Oh, is that the new mic?
Yeah, this is a new mic, bro. Audio Teca.
Oh, that's sick. Oh, I want to get a new stand, so I can like hold it up here.
Yeah, like legit.
Legit. I know. Be too legit. Testing.
Testing 1, 2, 3. We're coming live.
Coming live from a studio near you.
So, bro, what do you think of the Tenet?
See, I know we talked about this earlier, but I like any Christopher Nolan movie. I did enjoy it, but this one was, I would say, the first. I wouldn't say it's the first movie. It was hard to follow, but it was hard to follow. Like first time seeing it, he's like so much going on. You're kind of like, oh shit, like this is cool, but I don't know what I'm watching at the same time.
Dude, 100%, bro. Like I was like staring at it. Like I felt like I was just like staring at something like nice, like visually stunning. Budget was insane, right? Dude, like the beginning part, I was like, oh look, he already died. Okay, well, you're alive? Like,
I said, whoa, wait a minute.
It's like one of those movies where it's like you watch it and then it's just go YouTube it.
Literally what I did.
Like,
as soon as I got home, I was like, ending of Tenet explained.
Exactly. And it's like, hey guys, this has to do with a lot of physics and multiple plot lines and
It's great. Yeah, literally just went home, YouTubed it just to see. And I learned some things, like I learned what like a palindrome is. So supposedly that's what Tenet is. It's
Exactly.
two tens meeting each other, which Tenet, two tens. So I was like, okay, it sort of makes it, yeah, you know. So I was like, okay, it makes sense. But yeah, it was like the whole time watching, it was like I kind of had the premise of it, like at least going into it, this is what the movie was, but it just like it threw you into a loop almost, and I was just like, oh wow, it's an intense movie.
Exactly. It just like kind of just took you for this ride, and you're like, he's like, sit down, come see my movie, pay your fucking money, and then figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying?
So take notes, dude.
Take notes, because this is a class. This is not just, you're not here to just watch people jump out of a fucking building like in Fast and the Furious. This is a physics class.
Right.
Like, dude, I literally watched a video on YouTube about this physician, the physicist, and he literally explained everything. Like, but like at a scientific level about how time, and there's like these things that are like different molecules that supposedly are faster than light. And that's the idea that like you can go like into the future and like out of the like come back. So there's these molecules, right, that we really don't even understand yet. They're literally faster than light, supposedly. And that's kind of just like all linked up in the Tenet.
Yeah, and it's great because time is just such a weird thing as well too. And it's like when watching, they did like so. Which I did like. Nolan did kind of place certain things to let you know when time's moving forward and when time's moving backward. So I believe when it was red, time was moving forward, and then the blue, it was showing time was moving backwards. And they also did this with like certain outfits and stuff too. I forget his name. I think it was what's his name? The guy that was helping them. I think it starts with an I, but anyway, he had the red armband on, like signifying they were the team moving forward, and like towards the end, the whole gunfight towards the end. So, spoiler if anyone's watching this and didn't watch the movie. Yeah.
By the way, this whole thing spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
We're going scene by scene, second by second, dissecting the whole thing.
Right. So yeah, even scene by scene. Thoughts of like. I mean, already the start of the movie, they throw you in. Like, it's... Immediately. It opens, it's the opera scene, and then it's just, like, straight, just explosions and everything. Like, it reminded me, like, almost kind of like a Batman, like, one of, like, the Dark Knight scenes.
Thing
like, which
smell
is really
the Batman. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing, like, the condo scene, when they're, like, getting everything ready to, like, fly up into the condo, dude, I was like, this is Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Batman.
This is fucking Batman right here.
So where's the bats, dude?
Where's
Where's the Dude, even that scene was dope where it just like because it just like launched them like it's like a bungee cord, yeah, and just launched them up into the air.
Dude, that whole scene, that's probably one of my favorite scenes because it has like the ambiance of this like huge tower, right? And they're like, how we're gonna get in? They're like, let's bungee up. You know what I'm saying?
Up, yes.
Let's bungee up. And then like they first meet and he's like had like a super ego, like I already know what you fucking drink, buddy. He's
right,
like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Know your background, dude.
and then they got up there and it was kind of weird. It was weird camera angles for I forgot the other what's his name? His sidekick.
Oh, Neil. Robert Pattinson's character.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Those angles were kind of fucking weird, dude. Like I don't know if it's because it was going backwards, or was it going forward, or like I don't know. It was just like weird angles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what the thing was is supposedly Neil was going backwards.
Exactly.
In time,
yeah.
While the protagonist is going forward. It's crazy to think. Like the whole time I thought the main character had a name, but I was just like, oh, I just can't remember it for whatever reason.
Bro, me
and
too.
then you find out he's just the protagonist. He was not given a name at all, just the protagonist the whole time. Which I loved about it because I was like, I swear he has a name. They said it somewhere. Yeah.
And then, dude, I loved when he talked to the guy like, yo, where are these minerals coming from? We know this is where you're coming at. And the girl's like, bitch, please, this is my operation.
It's my operation.
You know what I'm saying?
This is all
like,
me.
Like, listen, women in the Indian world, no good.
Yeah, and then that girl too. They didn't go much more into depth, but she was talking about. She's like, we're getting information from the future. Like they didn't really go into who's in the future sending them all this information. So it's just already like this just like, old time thing. Like what is going on? But I did like how it just like everything circled around. Like basically the beginning of the movie is the ending of the movie. Basically,
exactly,
it just all looped in. But like, cause even with the first scene, so so towards the end when Robert, so when the whole war scene was going on or whatever, so when they're at the gate and the protagonist looks down and he sees the guy laying there and he has the red ribbon or whatever it was on it.
Yeah, it was like the string.
The string. So that I believe that was Robert Pattinson's character Neil. Yeah. And then we do see him in the beginning of the movie. During the whole heist or whatever was going on, and our protagonist, he gets shot at, but it's the reverse bullet, and the guy behind him who saves him was Robert Pattinson, because you do see that red ribbon on there, and it was like little key things. I was like, oh shoot, my first watch through I didn't realize that, but like now I'm like, oh dang, it's all full circle.
100%. Yeah, like I didn't even notice any of those ribbons and shit, dude. Like I didn't even when I watched it after I watched some YouTube videos, I was like, oh, okay, I see that shit. But you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, you wouldn't have catched that like at all.
Exactly.
Like, there's nothing to it, yeah.
And it was so baseline. I mean, like everything was so just kind of like the surface. It was so story deep that there's really no like character development. There's like a little tinge of maybe a love story, right? Yeah. Between that tall ass bitch, dude. She was so tall.
she's in the WNBA for sure.
Like, I thought she was like one of those creatures from Star Wars, the cloning facility. You know what I'm saying? That's how tall she was.
She's really tall, actually. Yeah, because the protagonist is short compared to her, which is hilarious.
100%, which is awesome because you never see it. Like she was taller than every dude. Mm-hmm. Every single dude she was taller than, which is really interesting. Like it was very woman. I don't know if he meant to do this, but like very woman, like forward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The power, dude. I felt it.
Yeah, the power.
Yeah, because she because even the whole her, like I say, it kind of introduced like a love story. I feel like the protagonist did end up having some sort of feelings for her, but it also tied into, it's like, well, we need to do this we need her in order to stop him from killing himself or whatever at the end, and pretty much starting World War III, like a whole nuclear thing. So I didn't mind it too much because it was just like a little bit, but I definitely saw like even the first time they met with the dinner scene, like you could see some flirtatious, like you could tell the protagonist was feeling her. He was like, this is my girl, you know.
I felt like from the scene where he came in like, hello, look what I have, right? And then I felt like they skipped like 10-minute scene, and then they just had lunch, or no, they were at dinner, right? They were at dinner. So I felt like they skipped like a whole scene. Like I felt like they went from like just meeting to like, yo, you trying to fuck or what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it felt like. They just kind of like, dude.
So try to wine and dine me first. Because it did. Because the protagonist meets up with I forget his name. Pretty much, I'll just say Alfred from Batman. He meets up with him, and it was just like this straight like James Bond feel. Like he was giving him like pretty much what to do, and he's like, oh, well, you can't wear this kind of suit. It's like take the black card and
Brooks Brothers.
Yeah, Brooks Brothers.
Are you wearing a Brooks Brothers suit, bro?
Yeah, it's like, come on, dude.
You're supposed to be a billionaire.
You're supposed to be a billionaire. They're not wearing that. So it was like they kind of had that interaction there. That what was going to happen next, but other than that, that was it.
Dude, I like that scene because there, and then throughout, I guess throughout the whole entire film, there was like some comedic value to it, right? He was like, "Can you box it up?" He said, "No." He's like, and then he just laughed.
He laughed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or like when he's like, went in the kitchen scene, and he was like, "Where's my hot sauce?"
Where's my hot sauce? Oh yeah, and then he just flipped all those dudes right after.
He said, "Where's my hot sauce?"
It's funny, like how you were saying before too. It's just like we're just throwing these characters. So like this protagonist, he's like super cool, like able to like really good at fighting. It's like you didn't really give us any background, but it was like already you knew this character. It felt like, and it was like
exactly.
Interesting, and you got some value to that.
Well, I really related to the wind turbine scene.
Wind turbine.
Do you remember
the wind turbine. Yeah.
Way beginning, right? When he gets dropped off.
Yeah, and he starts
right. Because dude, I'm like, I climb that shit every day. Right. Like I'm in there climbing that shit, and he's just climbing up like a half a rung, dude. Like doing pull-ups. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, that whole same thing reeks of Batman vibes, dude. He's just training,
exactly.
Just getting ready for his next mission.
And you know what? It was interesting because like it was a very globalist kind of vibe. Because like this is kind of conspiratorial, right? But like the globalists, they want like green energy right now. Like all these people, like the Biden, their saying is like, I forgot the actual saying. I could look it up. But like a bunch of people that are running for government right now, they all have the same saying. Mm-hmm. And it's all based on this idea of like putting green energy across like the whole entire world and kind of like unifying it with the Green Deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Go green, dude.
So I was like, okay, they're kind of throwing some stuff out because they didn't need that wind turbine scene.
Yeah, actually,
you know what I'm saying?
Didn't at all. Yeah.
And dude, the budget for this film just blows my mind, dude. They had fucking an airplane. They had huge boats, yachts, like the nicest cars, like crazy.
It's great. And then I'm assuming, I don't know where it was filmed at, but it looked kind of like Italy, I would say too. So like. But even like you're saying, the whole airplane scene, that was all done, no CGI or anything. Like built the plane and everything, and they crashed it into that set and everything. Just that more realistic vibe, which is like way cooler because you don't need the CGI. You can just do actual real explosions and make it look cool.
That scene was awesome. It was amazing. It's exactly how I wanted it to go, except the way the guys escaped from the airplane. Like the guys that put the airplane in motion.
Oh, it put it in motion? Yeah.
First, they like threw the guy, like the people in the airplane off. They're like, the airplane pilots, and they like, oh no, and they just kind of like went down the ladder and just somehow just like jumped up. You know what I'm saying?
Just
like
blended into the crowd.
Yeah, and they just kind of just like jumped off. I'm like, that I don't I don't see how they could do that without fucking their shit up.
Right, for real, like
Right?
the
It's
planes
going
moving,
quick. They just got off the ladder.
Right, yeah, like it's nothing. Yeah.
Like it's not like, dude, a fucking plane's gaining speed. Like you're gonna get ran over, and they just like jogged off.
They had to keep calm, cool, collected, and let them know that you did not do this.
He said, "Whoop," just like ran off.
And it was just that was a cool scene. And then even like at the end when they were going back in time, and it kind of reveals that whole scene when they the protagonist and Neil, Robert Pattinson's character, first walked into the room and they're on the separate sides. And then because even that was sketchy in the beginning of the movie, seeing that, and then Robert Pattinson's character chasing after the other guy who was running. Yeah. And when he rips his mask off, he just kind of, you don't see it. You just see the wall, and he looks at him like, oh, and then just takes off back. So you're like, so already I'm like, Neil's sketchy, dude. Like, I don't know who 100%. This guy is. I had like a theory in the beginning of the film is because their their plans always got discovered or whatever. They're like, their plans would mess up, and they're trying to figure out how is this happening. So I was like, oh, Neil, I think he's like the younger version of the bad guy, because they didn't really go into how much time was going. So I was like, maybe he just kept going back in time, and it's like a loop. So he placed his younger self there, and that's how they're like knowing the plans and stuff. So I was like, this guy, something about this guy's sketchy, but they quickly took that theory away from me. But
see, in my head, dude, I didn't even think that. I thought they were just going to be talking about technologies. Mm-hmm. I didn't think that it was going to have to do with any like human beings. I know they were sending about, but I didn't know if it was like human beings that were like coming back. I thought they were just like sending the materials through like some kind of portal or something. Because like that scene you're talking about, they get there, and I was like, what the like a human?
Yeah,
like, you know yeah. Like I thought they were just like sending this stuff like back, which makes in my head would be like a plausible thing, right?
Right.
But I mean, I was super surprised. But I love that scene when they first were fighting, when like you first see like the bullets coming back, dude.
Yeah, it's just like he was like, "This it hasn't happened yet," and I'm just like, "What do you mean it hasn't happened yet?"
Oh man. What do you think of the bad guy?
Ooh, Sater, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was actually a really good bad guy, I felt like. And
I think
it was just like it pretty much let you off the rip. It was just like, this is the bad guy. He has no redeeming qualities. Like,
exactly.
do not.
I'm bad and rich.
Right. Don't get attached to this guy. Like, he is your bad guy. Like, that is it.
100%. Like, you don't feel bad for him.
No.
But you don't feel good for him. You know, like, there's no, like, it's just a very, like, here's your bad guy, right? And that's, like you're saying, like, he's just on this pedestal, and you're not going to learn anything else about him. Like, he's just there.
It's the bad guy. And even the scene when they're on the boat, and the protagonist kind of spying on him through that little porthole or whatever, and he's like talking to the dude, and they have the gold bars, and he just wrecks the dude with the gold bars, and they instantly see the protagonist like watching them. He's like, "Oh, bring him here."
Dude, I mean, like, I was kind of confused for a minute about like the relationship between like the satyr and the wife. Like,
yeah,
I felt like we just kind of like we walked in like on an argument, and we really didn't know what the argument was about, but we know they're mad at each other.
Right.
At first, like, I was just like, why are they so mad? Like,
it's like already lets you know their relationship's not good.
Yeah, just like right off the bat, they were just mad. There was no like gradual, like they were just like, "Fuck you!" Like,
yeah, pretty much.
I'm trying to get out of here. Like that's.
There's no background story needed. You just already knew they were just not getting along. This was not a good relationship to be in. Oh man, yeah, because even the scene when they had the protagonist on the red side, and then Sater and his wife are on the blue side, and he's just like pretty much getting the protagonist upset or whatever. What's crazy is I actually learned, like doing some research, they actually learned how to speak in reverse for
No.
those scenes. So they speak backwards. That's what they did. I don't know if it's like how you look at it. I don't know if it's like 100% true, but because I think the actual actor who played Sator was like, we had to learn to speak backwards. Like that's like with Nolan, like he was making sure like everything was real, like so they didn't put those scenes in reverse or anything. They just spoke that. Well, I mean, I'm sure those scenes were in reverse to an extent because some of the movements were obviously in reverse. But I think for certain parts they did learn to like speak in reverse, which is crazy to think about. Like I tried practicing it, and it was not something easy to do.
Let's hear it. Let's say.
Let's see. What's an easy word? We'll just do like name or something like Iman or something.
I don't even know, dude. Like it doesn't even comprehend. Like Mata, I know that from my name.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just like crazy, like little things like that, like to go to the extent for the film, and it's like I said, just and for an actor to be like, you want me to do what? You want me to speak in reverse?
Talk to my agent.
Yeah, talk to my agent.
Talk to my agent, man. I'm not going crazy.
This is not working out. Man.
Dude, that the Freeport scene, like when they're talking about like how are they gonna like break in to the Freeport?
Oh yeah,
with the airplane, right? Dude, when they were walking in the airport, I swear I saw a Confederate flag. It like I don't know if I did or not, but like I was just like, what the fuck? Like, is this just like some other like country's name?
Right.
Or like it looked like a fucking. I was like, what the fuck? Is this some like an Easter egg or some symbolism right now? It's something weird. I was like, what? I might just be tripping because the second time I saw it, it's like. Do you know what I'm talking about? The scene where they're walking in the airport?
Yeah. Was it when they both were Neil and the protagonist? Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And yeah, they were like on like one of those like they were by like where like the Walkervators, in the airport.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I did see the film at a drive-in, so I feel like I missed a lot of like if there's anything in the background or anything like that. I feel like I missed a lot of that just because already like the way he directs too is so already dark. Like it's just like the scenes are very dark, so it's like being outside on a dark screen. I feel like I missed a lot, so I do want to see it. I need to re-see it in a theater to see like little things that I might have missed, and out from there.
Yeah, because I saw it in 70 millimeter. Because I'm a hipster, which I mean, I have nothing to compare it to. So I'm like, okay. Oh yeah, it looks better.
Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, compared to drive-in, 100 times better.
100%, bro. That's like in Vegas, they don't have the movie theaters open yet.
No, the theaters are back open. I was just like, with COVID and everything going on, I was like. It's like it just came out, so I was like, I don't know about like being in a packed theater. I'm sure there is some sort of separation there.
Oh yeah, there is.
It's still like I would still have to walk past someone, and like it's just like I was like, let me just wait till the movie kind of dwindles out, and then go see it in theaters again, and then just kind of be alone in the theater,
Yeah.
Sad and lonely.
Yeah, so I watched it in the theater, and then I was naughty, and I watched it, for free.
Right.
On an undisclosed site, right? At work time.
Right, work time. Yeah, just between us.
Just between us. And the 0 people that are going to watch this.
Yeah, the 0 people who are watching this.
YouTube's gonna be like, just put it in the trash can, right? Just like
we're
bury it.
For you. It won't let you upload it.
Yeah.
Just error every time.
It's not letting me upload. Like, sorry.
Trust me, you don't want to do this.
You have negative subscribers.
It said, yeah, don't even waste your time.
Like, they didn't even review. They're like, this is some shitty content. Please stop.
Don't do this to yourself, guys.
Oh man. But dude, I was dying, like, when they closed the theaters, because like the theaters is my sanctuary, bro. It's like the gym theater, bro. That's like where I go and I like sit down and just kind of like, like get my zen spot.
All right, it's perfect. Like, you're going in, it's dark, it's chill. You just zone in on this movie, and it sucks too, is because so many movies are coming out this year, and it was like
100%.
really like we're closing theaters and stuff. I'm like, 2020 was like a big year for, I mean, not a huge year, but there were some big films coming out this year, and it was like, dang, all because of this whole COVID situation. They had to like shut down movie theaters, which is crazy. And then, but like a lot of on demand and stuff, which is cool, which I feel like is going to end up being the future, is a lot more on demand. Like, it's like people are going to be like, why go to a theater when I can just get this at home and enjoy this at home? So, but I'm in favor of keeping theaters alive. Like I said, it's just something about the actual going to a theater that
100%
want to miss out on.
Yeah, like I saw, like they opened a theater, like it was like a cult theater or whatever, where it's like just like hipster movies, like Wes Anderson. And I saw what did I see? I saw what's that movie where they go to the island? They like run away.
Run away. That's not the one with
Let me see.
Wes Anderson.
Moonrise Kingdom.
I was just about to say the one, and Bill Murray's in it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was just about to say that one, but I was like, maybe that's not a Wes Anderson film. I was like, I don't want to just say it.
Dude, Moonrise Kingdom, it's so like visually stunning.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like visually stunning. Like it's just like a quirky, like just Wes Anderson vibe. Like I love it so fucking much. I could watch it forever. Like I could just watch it on loop.
Yeah, he does have an interesting film style. What other movies does he have that are
I think
favorites?
Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh yeah, Grand Budapest Hotel is good. And just the shot of like the actual hotel, and it's like it comes out, and it's just like obviously this like it's like a fake hotel, but it's just like it fits perfect with like his style and just the quirkiness and stuff. Oh, and then of course you have Fantastic Mr. Fox, which is definitely one of my favorites to this day for sure.
And then you got Isles of Dog.
Isles of Dog. I actually haven't seen that one yet, but I do need to see that. Yeah, I've been sleeping on that one. Yeah, I heard it's pretty good, and I feel like enjoying Fantastic Mr. Fox. I would enjoy that as well.
100%. I think it's actually better than Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that right now.
You know what? Episode 2, I'll watch both movies and we can discuss it.
Let's do it.
I'm totally down.
Yeah. Okay. And then you got his like more adult, I guess you would say, like The Life Aquatic.
Ooh, I haven't seen that. Is that the one with Ewan McGregor? Or not?
No, it has Jeff Goldblum. It has Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
Okay. It has Bill Murray.
Ooh, Bill Murray. Bill Murray, I feel like, is just a great guy. Like you just have a conversation with him.
I like him, but I think he's overrated.
Think he's overrated? Honestly, I think he. It's weird because now you like put that in perspective. Like it's not like I'm missing him if he's not in a movie or something like that. Like it's just like when he's there, I'm like he seems like a cool guy. Like every time, 100%. Like he's like a cool guy. Like he's good in like short parts. I feel like. Yeah. Especially, I think Zombieland was one of the funniest, where they like kill him on it because they think he's like a zombie or whatever. Spoiler: no one's seen Zombieland. Sorry.
Exactly. I mean, how long has Zombieland been out?
8 years. Like, if you haven't seen it, then that's your fault at this point. Yeah, like the second one came out like last year. Like, he should be caught.
He should be caught up. But
for sure.
For sure.
You should. Yeah. Also, we have that one movie just came out on Netflix. I think it's The Devil All the Time with Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson. But let's say Robert Pattinson, he's been like coming out and moving. He's a good actor, too, and I feel bad because I feel like everyone just limits him to Twilight, and I'm like he's a good actor. He's really good.
100%. And I'm gonna say it. I think he was the best actor in the Tenet.
I could see that. I could see that.
I literally think. I mean, everyone else was really good actors, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think he was the best.
He was good, and for a supporting role as well too. Like he was
exactly
he was really good.
Yeah, like he didn't shy away. He had a presence.
Right. I make sure every time he was on screen, like
he said
he was delivering his part.
You probably said, cut, let me do it again, right?
And like he was such a cool, like whatever you want to call him, a sidekick or
100%.
However, he was like super good. And then it was cool because this character knew so much that was going on that we didn't know, and that the protagonist at the time didn't know. Because he was like, you recruited me, or basically in the future you recruited me. And there was like beginning of like a long friendship and stuff like that, which was cool. Like it was just a really good character. Like so it was like he was sketchy at first. So you're like, oh, what is this? Like he had good intentions, but like he did play it off as like, oh, I don't know what's going on. But he's like, now I feel like I'm so involved. Now I have to be part of the plans and everything going on. So.
Yeah, it was sad because like he knew he had to go back because he was the only one that he was the one that jumped in front of the bullet,
right?
To save everyone.
Yeah. Which just to know that, just to be like, what if it's like a constant loop too? Like you're
just his hell, dude.
So you have to constantly relive these moments over and over. That's what like my thoughts on like time travel is like. It's like anything you see with time travel, it's like, oh, we have to go back in time to stop this. But it's like all the events happen already. Like it's already set in motion. It's just a good old clock just going.
Like them going back is the loop.
It's the loop. That's what sets everything in motion.
They're going back to loop it. Like which is freaking trippy.
It's
like
trippy
the idea, right? Yeah. So like already in the future, there's people coming back. If that shit's real.
Right. Like
which quantum mechanics have shown that you can time travel. They've done it with molecules, which is crazy. Like it's a possibility. They've literally like there's an experiment that they've literally sent a molecule and it was two, right? They sent it and one split off and it transferred and the other one was still right here. Like it's you got like everyone just look it up. It's a quantum mechanics physics experiment. Like it's crazy. Like it's legit. Like it's changing physics, and no one really understands, quantum mechanics yet.
No, yeah.
But that's what this movie's kind of based around.
Based on and I know he has just like such a fascination with time and stuff. Like his movies like Interstellar, and kind of had some head nods to one of his older films, Memento, like kind of like the same thing, like which another movie where I had to watch and then go to YouTube and look up everything that happened.
That was amazing.
That was a good movie. Same thing, kind of with the whole time thing going on, how like the events, the beginnings, the end, kind of things like that. But kind of going back with the molecule you were talking about. Being one split off. Didn't NASA, I think earlier this year, but like because COVID's so big, like everyone just kind of head nodded this, but they basically found a particle, or like pretty much there's claims of them finding a new dimension because I don't know if it was a molecule or something, but was moving backwards in time. Like in our present time, like so we're kind of like Tenet, we're moving forward and then this particle is going backwards in time. So they had I don't know if it was like in Antarctica or something, but they found that molecule or whatever it is going back in time, showing just like split dimensions and stuff like that. So I'm like, it's crazy, dude.
What? Like what I'm saying, like What?
Like, what's
That
going
is
on?
so crazy.
Oh,
Like the idea of just reality and just just with COVID, right? It's
mhm,
like our government said stop working. They said stay home.
mhm,
Sports stopped, right?
yeah.
Like that's people's reality, sports, right? There's some
Mhm,
people that are just so enthralled in the machine of sports that's every waking moment. They know all the stats, they know everyone, and they literally said stop, no more sports,
right.
right? And then they're like, hey, also you don't have a job anymore.
Yeah. Stop. Pretty much don't go outside.
Exactly. If you're by an old person, you're gonna murder them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally like that, right? It's just
Right.
like, and if you catch this, like you're going to die. But
Hmm.
I mean, of course, once all like the everything came up, but at the beginning of COVID, we're like apocalypse mode,
Pretty much people buying toilet paper and like stocking up
and
on
then
things, like getting
yeah,
their bunkers ready. And
the news just like had nothing to report on,
no.
which that just shows me that like they're telling us like what our reality is, right? They're telling us, look, everything's working. Like you need to go do this. You need to go buy this. You need to go do all
Mhm.
this stuff, right? If you take a step back and think about like what life is, it's literally now,
Right.
and that's all that like your thoughts is now.
Hmm.
It's not like what they're saying. Like I don't know if you get this, but like the idea of like that's what the world is like the news and sports and like
Oh yeah.
going to work, right?
Hmm.
That's like routines.
A routine, yeah, and people's routines were getting messed up, and it's just
Exactly.
it's craziness, you know.
Like we are just like these molecules that are just like made of a bunch of molecules, right?
Hmm.
And we're just like everything's made of molecules, which is fucking
Hmm.
crazy. I know I'm going off on a fucking tangent right now, getting a
Oh,
little deep.
this is what podcasts are for,
No,
dude.
I know, but like
This is good content.
I wish I could like um portray this idea in my head of like what I'm thinking about because it's just so mind-boggling that nothing exists. It's like all imagination almost. Like the
Yeah.
idea of our imagination, right, is everything's an imagination, right?
Yeah.
The idea of a simulation is just that, right? We're simulating ourselves to think that there's some kind of world, some kind of life that we're supposed to be going to go do these things. We're supposed to be having a family. We're supposed to be like experience these things. We're telling ourselves this. Like
Hmm.
like the idea of that everyone's crazy is true because we're simulating ourselves to like work on these programs and like feel like we have to go do these things.
Right. It's like
Well,
yeah,
like my dog's just eating food and sleeping.
right. Just
And that's
literally just
their
at
reality.
peace. That's their reality.
They're just like, we're good.
I'm good. I don't know what you're stressed about.
Like, I'm just like, why can't I eat the cat shit and the cat food? What is wrong with that? This is what I
I'm,
want to do. Like,
but I'm
there's
told
no right,
no.
there's no wrong. There's just like, they're just simulating and just like, this, this is interesting. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's
It's
almost a simulation too. Just like the being interested in things.
right. Yeah, having that interest in like your goals and your dream. It's like almost you define yourself off of these things,
There
you
we
know.
go. Yeah.
It's just like what's I guess it's just more being involved like in the what the world says is nice and cool. Like you're like, oh, I need these things, but it's like, do you really need those things, or is it just because you see what's like television? That's a huge simulation right there. You see, oh, this looks cool. You go on social media, you see these people like, oh, I'm in trips in Barbados, like I got all these women and or dudes, but whatever.
I mean, you know,
So whichever one, whatever you want, whatever you're into, and it's like, oh man, like I need that, I need this lifestyle, I need that, I need this, I need that. But it's like, on the outside, it's just like we don't really need that stuff. So
yeah, and then but then it's like if you do have that thing, it's like, well, it's not like I'm better than you, but then yourself is like I'm still shitty. Like the idea of like you can't buy happiness is true because
oh,
it's like,
very
right? You have to be happy with yourself and then all that stuff just appears and comes to you.
right.
right? But yeah, nothing
Could-
exists, and
no, yeah.
time doesn't exist. And,
Yeah, that's like, time is so weird. It's just a weird thing. It's just constantly moving forward. It's just that's it.
Exactly. We can only measure it. That's the
We
funny
can only
part. Like
measure it. Yeah.
days, hours, minutes, seconds. Those are just us measuring something that's going forward.
Right.
And that's pretty much what the tenet's about, right? It's just like our idea of time is not linear, right? It's like it's a 360, like it's 4D.
It's already time is literally it's crazy. You have time moving forward, time moving backwards, and then you have the timelines that split off of if you change something in the past. So it's just crazy. It's just hard to like fathom basically. Like time is just such a weird thing.
Multiple timelines, multiple and then like the idea of multiple timelines, it's like it's measurement too, right? Because like just like this with this podcast, right? We could have said we could have not done this, right?
Right.
We said we're gonna do it. We did this.
But there's literally another timeline that we can say that could have happened not doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Like different events would have transpired. Like the time that we're taking out of the day to do this, there's another timeline where it's this moment, but we're doing something else.
Exactly, and that's where like the idea that like so there are multiple timelines that you could just brainstorm, which comes with the idea of like everything's just imagination, right? Because you can imagine, like, let's say I was 3 hours late, you were 2 hours early, like I wasn't even in my house, I didn't even set anything up, I was asleep. Or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
yeah, exactly. You just sleep the whole time.
I was just sleeping. Like this is actually a dream. We're dreaming right now. Like,
it's crazy to think about. Like even just simply to put it just like that, or simple as I went left instead of right. Like the events transpired me going left rather than what would happen if I turned right. So it's just little things like that. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah. You get so deep with life, and it's just the only thing that matters is like living and dying.
right? It's like this weird thing. It's like the idea you were talking about, like the molecule, right? Like going back, right?
Right.
Does that mean like they're just, instead of like being born, they're like coming back to life and going back through their like whole entire like future or past?
And like Benjamin
Button. Yeah, like that. But like in the future that we can bring back people, and for some reason instead of like just coming back, you just go back through your life.
Right. What a horrible reality that would be, though. Yeah. Like you're moving backwards while everyone's moving forward, and you're like just reliving moments, and like you're just like, no, like wait a minute.
You just know that you're gonna get punched in the face. Like, you're like, okay, here's the bar.
Yes.
Like,
so just here it comes. Yeah.
Just the uppercut.
But at least you experience it that first, and then it's like the healing process is way better because you're back to your original self before you got hit.
I'm glad I'm through that.
Right, I'm glad I went through that. You're like, oh, here it goes. Oh man, just constantly moving backwards. Yeah, like you start from the future back to the past. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Instead of back to the future, back to the past.
Back to the
Back to the past. Dude, what if that's actually hell?
I believe so. I feel like that is. You just relive everything you've done.
Exactly. Like the idea of being a ghost is you're just in a different reality, but you're going backwards with everyone else.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And then you just like you're born again, but to like different parents. It's just
that'd be crazy. Like
so it just kind of resets. You just,
oh shoot.
And you go through it, and then you come back again, and that's like the idea of like you got to be like a good person, because then there's like less pain on the way back. Let's do it back.
Yeah, so let's just try this one more time. It's like those things that you think back that you did in the past, and you're like, oh, so stupid. Why did I do that? You have to just relive that over and over. That,
like,
so dang it, dude. I get it. I did this.
Just like bring it.
those random thoughts, like right when you're about to go to sleep, you're like, yeah, I did do that. It keeps you up for a little bit. You're like, dang.
Or just dumb, even just like dumb decisions, right? You're just like
dumb decisions.
or just being clumsy. It's like, God damn.
What was I thinking?
Yeah. Just like,
why did I do that?
dude, we went to see my girlfriend's friends, and we're like, I'm driving, and I like slammed on the brakes, dude, and we had Chloe, my dog's food on like the little pup's food on like the like where you put your arm. I guess the middle seat.
Like the
right?
armrest or the middle seat.
The middle seat. Dude, the fucking dog food went doosh, all over my truck. I'm like, damn it. Like, can we just go backwards?
Yeah, backwards before that happened. Catch it right before just like right before you slam the brakes, like ooh,
like catch it like back end.
Yeah, back end. It's just all the food just falls perfectly in it. Like, save myself a cleanup.
Yo, is there any other movies that were like the Tenet? Like,
I remember when I first saw the actual Tenet trailer, like I was like, dude, this reminds me of Inception, like
100%.
Super hard. Like,
yeah,
I like it to a point though, because Inception did deal more with like dreams and things like that. Because when they first released Tenet, it was kind of like, oh shoot, what's that? Like he died, like. Is he in like the afterlife? Like it was weird. Like you didn't know. They didn't give you too much. Like that he didn't really die. It was just like a thing, I guess. Like he was like taken off the record, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I like Inception better than the Tenet.
Inception was a great movie, just all around. It's one of my favorites because it's just like
me too.
Just diving into like we're kind of talking about like dreams and stuff, like just going into these dreams, and then you have people who can create things in these dreams, like actual like world building, basically. Like you can develop this world, and like the scene when he's walking with when Leonardo DiCaprio or whatever Cobb, I think his name was in the movie, when he's walking with the girl. And he was like, wait a minute. He's like, this looks familiar. Like, she was like, oh, yeah, I'm just recreating the bridge somewhere in New York where, like, we can cross. And he's like, don't do that because you mix reality with your dreams. And you can't tell them apart. And I was like, that's trippy.
Hella dude, speaking of dreams, okay. The last Sunday, right? I, like, slept all day long. Like, all day long. Like, for like 16 hours, right? And I literally had the most craziest dreams. Like I legit made my own game. Like the beginning of the dream, right? I was in this Airbnb, right? And there was like people there, and they were like you can't be here. We rented this out first, and there's like characters. They were like in these costumes. It was like a Halloween themed like sports game. Right? So it was like the Airbnb, and then there was a huge stadium that was also like bouncy stadium. Like it was like, you know, those bouncy like places,
bouncy house or something, or like
well, not like a bouncy house, but like, you know, those places where you could go bounce.
Oh, like
the gymnasium.
Yeah, I know what you're
where they could go bounce and like do flips and shit. So the whole entire field was like a football field, right? Like that. And they were doing this game, which I still don't even understand the game. And I like went out there like, hey guys, I rented this Airbnb. What are you guys doing here? And then they started like chase me and shit, dude. They had dogs. They're like coming at you. Hey, you can't be here, right? And then I appear in the Airbnb, and I was like, okay, there's people out there. I gotta get a knife. I got a knife, dude. I was in a fucking knife fight with this like girl that was naked. I'm like, what is going on? And dude, I felt like I was asleep, and I woke up. And I was like, what the fuck? I fell back asleep right back into the dream. Dude, it was the realest shit. Like, it was like, I woke up and I was like, did I just like go to another reality? Like, it legit, like in my head, it was 100%. There was nothing that said that it was a dream.
Right.
It was like legit reality, like legit events that happened in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But just in my...
like sleep time. You know,
right? In my sleeping time.
my sleeping time.
I've had that where you have those like vivid dreams, like something, I don't know. I had a vivid dream, like I'll say something small as me texting someone. And I woke up in the morning, I'm like, oh shoot, did I text that person? And like I turn up and check my phone, and I'm like, oh, but it seemed so real in that moment, like I like lived a day basically, like in this dream, and just did something as small as sent a text to someone that I was like, I shouldn't have sent that text.
Exactly. What is that even? What is that?
Right.
Because then you can have dreams where it's just like normal, right? It's just kind of like you're just weird shit's happening. Wake up, okay, that was a crazy dream. But then you have those deep where it's like real.
Yeah, it's real.
It's like real. It's that real. Which like Inception really like kind of like helped me like kind of like, okay, so this is kind of like a possibility, because I've literally seen like commercials and shit, and that shit just shows up in my dreams. Right. So that's like the idea of Inception, right? That even in your subconsciousness, these like brands and shit are literally programming your fucking subconscious, which is showing that it's proof that this shit works. Like, you can watch a commercial 20 times and you can go to sleep and that shit's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And that goes with like memory too, because it's like, I think my sister was watching an older show on Disney. It's called Phil of the Future on Disney Plus, and it was playing, and I started singing the intro. Like the intro wasn't playing, and it was weird. Just because she was watching Phil of the Future, I remembered the intro, and I'm like singing it like lyric for lyric. Like I'm just confused. It was like, it's weird, like how your memory just like unlocks certain things. Like you remember, like I was like put two and two together. Like same with your, when you go to, like you're saying, like watching a commercial however many times, and you go to sleep and that commercial's in your dream. It's like, it's almost weird, like, and it's weird to say, like, what if dreams are like memories, dude?
Yeah.
And you're just like, you're bending those memories and like building things, and we're just our subconscious. Because even in Inception, I thought it was cool, like, because it was explained almost that like when they're going into dreams, they're almost like a virus or something. So the subconscious would realize, hey, you're not supposed to be in here, and they started like attacking them, like their subconscious. So it's like little things like that.
And that might be a nightmare.
Right, a nightmare. Yeah.
Right, like what your subconscious is like, yo, you're not supposed to be here, and it starts attacking it, and you're like,
yeah,
because like, or like, because I had like those dreams where it's like I'm like climbing up the turbine, right, and I fell,
right,
and I woke up,
right,
it jolted me awake. I was like what?
Like you're being brought back to life or something. You're just like, oh shoot,
reset.
Oh, reset. Yeah, that's very crazy how like you even talk about how like you can't die in your dreams, basically. Like say you were falling off of turbines are super high, like most likely you would have really hurt. Maybe death could have happened from that fall, but you didn't experience it in the dream because your subconscious was like, wake up.
Wake the fuck up.
Yeah. So you're about to die, dog. Wake up.
Bro, wake the fuck up.
Wake up.
You just fucking fell, and you know what that means.
You know what that means. So you need to get out of here ASAP.
Hey, who shot Inception? Who's the director?
Let's see.
I don't remember.
Inception. Christopher Nolan. Yeah. Like I was gonna say, I was like, it's Christopher Nolan, but I was like, wait, maybe there's like someone else he's thinking of. Yeah, it's Christopher Nolan. Yeah, this is a Nolan film, dude. That's why it's amazing. Film
right here.
And even the ending of Inception, like, was a great ending because it leaves you thinking. And there's so many theories. It's like, is Cobb in a dream or is he back to reality? Because you see him spin the top, but we don't see it fall.
Exactly.
And that they had their totems. And I remember Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he explained it. He was like, you need to know the weight of your totem and stuff, because she's like, oh, can I just see yours? He's like, nope. He's like, it'll throw off the balance. Like, basically, I need to make sure I'm back in reality. And
exactly.
And like even with that, they're going into like levels of dreams, like different levels of it, and it's just crazy. It's just like a whole things you just don't really think about. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah. And then it even comes down to like what is that shit called? God, I'm blanking. Like when you get trance, what like you get put in the trance, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, hypnotized or
Hypnotized, right? So like the idea, like, because that's what it was kind of playing off of. It was like hypnotizing, and then also like a deep fucking slumber using like the drugs, the roots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could like, it's a possibility to do Inception, like
Right.
legitly. You could literally get into someone's house, hook them up, right? Get them to a deep ass slumber, and just constantly chant, right? Like a chant or like flash fucking stuff in their fucking face, and it's going to be in their head.
Right, their subconscious picking it up and just building that from there.
And
it's
just constantly like, because like the idea of like our dreams, right? Where we're like, was that actual memory?
Right.
And then you're only like, sometimes I've had memories where it's like, was that a dream or a memory, or was it like a deja vu? Sometimes you get deja vu. Was that actual memory or was that a dream memory?
True memory,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
So like you could do that. You could like literally get it like a CEO and say like, sell your stocks. Like every night you just sneak in his room, like,
Right.
hook him up. or like a wife, divorce me. Like,
give me all your money. Give me all your money.
Like, every night he has that what is that breathing apparatus on his face too?
Yeah.
He's like, give me all your money.
I'm gonna cut this cord, give it to me. Just in their sleep, threatening.
Yeah, just constantly just like, give me your fucking money now. Like, dude, I keep on having these. He's like talking to the homies at the golf course. He's like, yo, I think my wife wants a divorce.
Yeah, so
keep having these dreams.
Keep having these weird dreams. Dude, but even like you're saying, like deja vu, it's great because it's like in the moment it feels so familiar. Like you're like, I've seen this before, and it's like, and you try to go back in your mind, like, where did I see this before? Could have been a dream, dude. You could have told the future in your dream, which is trippy. Yeah.
Like, we're just so unreliable machines. Like, our body, we're jello. Our minds are just like, did we think about that?
Yeah, did we think about, or am I just telling myself?
I literally have conversations and I'm like, I don't even know what I just said.
Right, you said, like, where did that come from?
Like, I don't know. Like, my mind is so forward that it just doesn't even like really like, like memorize like what I'm saying or like events that happen. Like only like the minimal details of events. I mean, I understand like girls, they're like sponges, right? Or maybe they pretend they're sponges. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, ladies.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys are lying to us to have an upper hand or what's going on. Or maybe that's just a good trait.
Good trait. Yeah, it's a good trait. It's how they're built. Yeah, because they could do things where it makes you feel bad, like you're like, it was like something you really didn't do wrong, but it was like you feel bad for it. Like they make you feel bad. Like at the moment you're like, whatever, like I didn't watch this show with you, who cares? But then it gets about, you start thinking about it, you're like, oh shoot, I should have watched that show with them. Exactly. Now they're upset. Oh. Now I feel bad like for making them upset.
They got ammunition now.
They got ammunition now. Like, remember when you didn't watch that show with me? You're like, oh, like, yeah, this happened last year.
Like, now I'm not gonna make you dinner. Make your own fucking dinner.
Right. Just like how I watched that show.
He's like, I'm gonna go watch my show now. All right, have fun. Right. Goddamn dinner.
We'll watch this without you.
But I mean, everything's just so like super easy to like destroy and make shit up and make people think something, not make people think something. Like literally, it's called gaslighting, right?
Right.
Like you can literally say like someone like murder someone, right? You're like, I didn't murder it, and then like a bunch of people behind them say he didn't murder him, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess he didn't. Just because 5 other people said he didn't.
Right.
And we're like, okay,
we're just so easily persuaded about everything.
Oh, super easy. And it's like even with like the news and stuff like that, we're being told this, so it must be true. Like, oh, I read this on the internet. Oh, it must be true. Like little things like that. It's like supposedly sources backing it, and you're like, okay, so
And
it's like
what does that even mean?
right, exactly. Like we generate our own thoughts, but it's like, nope, your thoughts are wrong. This is what happened.
Yeah, that's what the news is. It's just propaganda. It's just
Propaganda, yeah.
people that have other opinions that want to push you towards their product in their campaign to take your fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally just them robbing us.
Right.
Like that, like the TV, the radio, our phones, they're all surveillance like apparatuses, and they're propaganda machines. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Our
I'm just gonna
phones
say it.
I'm just gonna go out and say it.
I'm on the record right now.
Said Adam won't be available for the next episode.
It's like it's just like fucking powers down.
Yeah, powers down.
That recording's invalid.
Yeah, it's invalid.
Corrupted file.
It didn't happen. Dude, our phones is the biggest one. Like I think about my phone time, like it's crazy. Like I'm constantly like looking down at my phone. Like it's like I'm not doing something. Oh, let me just go on my phone. Like it's always like that's the first thing I want to do is go on my phone. It's crazy.
100%.
Just a slave to it, dude.
Anyone like anytime it's like I don't want to make eye contact with someone.
Oh yeah, phone.
I'm just like walking in the street, dude. Just like I know everyone's thinking that I'm like, get off your phone, but I'm just like I don't want to look at your faces right now.
Yeah, and it makes us like so antisocial. And I do this all the time. I go into a crowd of people. What's the first thing I do? I pretend I'm on my phone,
Yeah.
so I don't have to interact with anybody.
Like even with the homies, right? Yeah. We're just like,
like moments where everyone's just like. Stop hanging out with each other at that moment.
That's crazy. I never even thought about it that way. Like, hang time, pause.
Yeah, literally you pause your hang
pause
session.
button. It's just like a pause button for reality.
Yeah.
It's like pause in real shit, go into virtual.
They're going virtual, yeah.
Like literally we're like in 2 dimensions, right? Like this is just our dimensional, like our portal.
Right.
Like the portal gun on Rick and Morty. That's what our fucking cell phone is. You know what I'm saying?
It just takes our mind, dude.
Right.
Just...
Hey, Morty, let's go on an adventure. Just on the fucking phone, dude. You think they're really going to other dimensions? No, they're on their fucking phone.
They're just stuck on their phone.
Pause.
It's like as soon as the conversation stops and it's that moment of silence, everyone's like, let me just see what's on my phone.
And then they're just telling you about a fake reality. Like the idea of like just fake news.
Like you going on social media and someone's like, "Oh, I'm doing this right now." They're like, "Oh, they're having so much fun right now," but in reality, they're probably not. They're probably doing the same thing you're doing, just sitting there.
Like the only thing that's valuable is like science, right? Like science and technology that's moving forward, right? Progression. Right. But then you think about it, it's like, are they just fucking with us? You know what I'm saying? Like that Venus thing that I sent you.
Oh yeah, the Venus thing.
What do you mean? You found a molecule in Venus.
What does that entail?
Like it's some biological stuff. They're like, it's life. There's life here.
Like, first of all, how'd you get to Venus? Like, no one told us we were going to Venus.
Yeah, like NASA's just out here just doing space missions. Just to know.
They're like, oh yeah, we're on Venus, by the way. Like, what?
We've been living here for years.
And then like, there's like articles where it's like I don't know. Do you have the Google app where it's like the Google like this?
Ooh, Google. Like, no, I don't. I should probably get that actually.
Yeah, this is where I get all my news, right? Mm-hmm. But you read these articles and the sources, and there's like dog found with a bunch of cats under a bridge, and they have a fucking like 5 paragraphs.
Right.
Like, who's reporting this stuff?
Who's calling the news? Like, guys, I found some dogs with some cats under a bridge next to a pipe. Like, report this immediately.
Get down their stats.
Like what? Who's making this news? Like how is this valuable?
Like, yeah, who's deeming it? This is newsworthy. Like, this is what everybody should see. Exactly. And it's kind of like the same thing with like how we're so caught up in like celebrities' lives and stuff like that. Like TMZ or whatever will like put out this news, and you're like, oh, I didn't know that so and so is with so and so now, and like I somehow care and think this is cool. Like these celebrities don't care anything about me at all. Don't 100%. Know me. But I somehow am like, oh, this person is doing this, and it's making me feel this way and it's like, if they saw something about me, they're like, all right, like.
Dude, the idea of celebrity doesn't exist. Celebrity stems from news factions saying that they're famous. Mm-hmm. They're saying that they're important, and they're making money off what they're doing. Right? Like, you see these people, and you're like, oh, they're interesting. I like how they act. And first of all, what's acting? Other people's words, and other people's characters, and other people telling them what to do. And they're just a puppet.
Yeah, right? You're acting as something you're not.
Exactly. You're a puppet. And then the news is like, guys, look at that puppet. It's pretty good.
He's pretty good. He's doing some cool stuff.
Look at that puppet. And it's just like, they're all entangled in it. Mm-hmm. And as an actor or famous, you're like, what the? Like, you're like, I just wanted to, make money.
Yeah, and they're like, this. I'm saying, like, this famous person's doing this, so you should do it because this person's doing it. So.
Yeah, and literally, what an influencer is they're like, okay, well, celebrities are kind of like, 2000. Why don't we just get these people that are famous on social media to just have our products? And that's what an influencer is. They're just literally people who have like stuff that people like, and they're okay, we'll make you a fucking influencer. Mm-hmm. And now they're famous because they're telling you, just because a corporation saying like, look, she's special. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She's special.
Like, look, like fucking Daddy Walmart is like, look, she's special. She's my child. Like, like, buy the product.
Buy the product. So it's sponsored by Walmart.
Yeah. By the way, we need sponsors.
Yeah, we need sponsors. Please fund this.
We love all you corporations, right?
Yeah, we love all you corporations. They're just jokes. That's all it is.
But yeah, like, it's crazy. Just people fucking over other people, and then just making things that seem just like simplistic and just dramatizing it.
Right.
It's
crazy. It's really crazy. It's just how it has so much influence over us. Like, it's just really, because I was having that conversation the other day with someone, and just talking about like when a celebrity or when someone like passes away, like that feeling of hurt you get. Like, of course it's sad, but it's like, I don't know this person other than seeing them on TV or seeing them play sports or, things like that. They don't know who I am. They could care less who I am. I mean, there is nice celebrities who they, care for their fans, but to a point. Like, it's not like they're in my everyday lives, but it's like, oh, so and so passed away. I'm like, oh, dang, I'm depressed. Like, that was sad. Like, yeah. I don't know if that's just me being human and having those emotions, but it's like weird. It like really hits you.
It's like they're like downloading these people to our consciousness, and our brains associate it with like pleasure, right? I mean, that's what sports is. That's what movies is, right? So if it was just like the movie and we didn't associate like with human beings, right? If we just saw like a movie, we're like, okay. I mean, same with animations, dude.
Right.
Like, it's literally, they're using human voices in animations, and that's why we like animations, like animated like shows and stuff, because they were like, oh, it sounds like us, right? Like, as a human, oh, it sounds like us. It's just different, like a different visual.
Yeah.
And we associate that with, like, we're like having a conversation and like listening to their conversation while they're like acting out all this shit, which is so weird because it's just people.
Right. It's like so relatable somehow. Like,
yeah,
I relate to this.
It's just a puppet show. Like, it's just
we're all
like,
just puppets, dude, in a giant puppet show.
we're just a bunch of puppets, bro. And they're just like downloading this stuff, like Little Peep, like when he died. It's like the music, right? Like, oh, they got me through some shit, right? When Kobe died, it's like
that was rough. Yeah.
like for me, I had no connection. I had like no like
Right.
But I felt bad for the other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I watched, like I understood that it was a sad moment, right? Like
Yeah.
I watched like the ceremony, like when the wife and like everyone, like LA was just like, oh, Kobe, right?
Yeah, it was huge.
But personally, I was like, okay, like just another person dying, right?
Right.
I mean, I've seen him, I know what he does and shit, but it's just like,
yeah. And how you kind of brought up with the whole Little Peep situation, like, and it's crazy, like when an artist passes away, that's pretty much like, it's sad to say, but that's like the best thing to happen for their career, because I mean, people probably be mad that I'm about to say this, but I had no idea who Little Peep was until he passed away. Like once people started posting about him, they're like, oh, upset, like the death, very sad. But I was like, before that, I had no idea who he was. Never heard any of his songs or anything. And then it's like all of a sudden, once he passed, his music, streams, everything blew up.
Exactly.
Same with XXXTentacion,
yeah.
Things like that. Pop Smoke, who recently passed away. It was like things. It was like people probably never even heard of them, and then once they pass away, they listen to their music and they're like, oh, this person was good. Like I enjoy their music and things like that. Yeah.
It's like that spotlight.
Mm-hmm. The spotlight. Yeah, it's just like it's so in the media now. It's like now it's relatable to it. Like now we see it. Yeah.
Yeah, because like it's like weird. Like when it comes to music, like one time I was like tripping on acid. One time I was tripping on acid.
Wink, wink. For the people who didn't hear that in the back.
But like I had this like thought, right, that like our brains are literally like vinyl, right? Which they are, right? And that like the idea of like music, right? So they're singing right into a microphone, and this music's coming to our head, and we memorize their lyrics, right? And we sing it. So it's like possessing us, right? Their art and their music is possessing us, and we sing it, and then other people hear us sing it, and they sing it, and that's why like concerts and stuff are so crazy, is because this one person is singing lyrics they made through just a microphone that makes it loud so everyone can hear it, and 10,000 people are singing it back,
right,
to their head. So they have 10,000 voices screaming into their brain. You know what I'm saying?
Just overload, dude.
Just like a like like it is fucking gnarly, and then they feel like a fucking god, right?
Yeah.
And then it literally downloads into our head. The idea of streaming and shit, we stream on our own head. Like when you get like a song stuck in your head that you don't even care about, you're streaming. You're streaming their own songs, right?
That's how they get their streams, dude.
Exactly. Like
it's in their head. And
it's like there's no copyright. You're playing the song. You're not paying for anything.
Right. You're like, it's in my head.
It's in my head. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? You can come in my head. Dude, jump in my mind. Yeah. Right, dude.
It's just like the idea that we're just vinyl, dude, and we're just passing information down, and like that we're just like this one organism, and we just have all this fucking knowledge.
Right.
It's just fucking trippy. Always, I keep bringing it back to the trippy part. My bad.
Dude, that's what everybody loves, is the trippy stuff. Just the mystery of the trippiness, dude.
Mystery that just like the idea that we're robots, right?
Right.
We're just flesh robots.
Flesh robots.
We're just like USBs, and we're just like that's right. Isn't that what sex is, right? You're just like USB
downloading information.
Like, yo, I got this virus.
Oh yeah. So they got this
Let me hack that pussy.
Oh Just downloading. That's it, dude. Just constantly downloading.
Yeah.
Just you plug your phone up before you go to sleep because we got to be fully charged the next day.
Charge, bro.
Gotta be charged up.
Gotta be charged.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
did you hear about that Neuralink shit that's going on with Elon Musk?
Mm-mm.
Dude, so Neuralink is this new technology. They're literally gonna drill a hole in your brain, and they're gonna put these sensors on your head, right? And it's first gonna be for people that can't walk, or they have something wrong with their body or something, but to help your neurons refire properly, which is crazy because that's transhumanism. Let me try it again. Transhumanism.
Said, oh, a little tongue tied there. Let's try this one more time.
My bad, guys. But dude, what do you think of that?
That's actually pretty interesting, and it's crazy how far science is going. Like I said, to refire, like this could potentially, someone who can't walk, make them be able to walk now because it's like things like that. And it's crazy. Like this happened a while ago. I don't know how true it was, but there's talks of someone. I think something happened, but basically paralyzed from the waist down or whatever it was. But there was talks that doctors were going to remove pretty much a full transplant, like remove his head and transplant it onto another body that's working, and like connect all the whatevers and so the brain, whatever the brain tells,
Yeah,
for
whatever.
them to be able to move. I don't know if it was successful or if it was a real thing, but that like tripped me out reading that. I'm like, yo, you're being put onto a different body. That's crazy.
Yeah. Because I remember that too. I think it was like head transplant.
Yeah, it was like a head transplant. Yeah.
And let's see. It says head transplant update. Okay. It says first man to sign up for a head transplant bows out, but surgeon insists list of volunteers is still quite long. So that's 2019.
Okay.
Okay. It says a human head transplant is 2019. Yeah, so I guess he bowed out. He was supposed to do it, and he was like, "Nah, dude." Like,
that's weird. Like, you start thinking about it, you're like, I'm about to get my head cut off, and they're somehow gonna keep me alive, just my consciousness and everything alive, then put it onto another body. Like, I would bow out. And, like, the idea just sounds crazy.
Because, like, what is consciousness then, right?
Exactly. Like, how do we know? Like, what if you're cutting that off with it?
Yeah, because that's like the idea of consciousness is like the Buddhists say, right? Can you locate yourself? Like like are we streaming? Like is our consciousness being streamed into this body? Because like me talking right now and you talking right now, we don't know what we're saying.
Right.
It's live.
It's like
coming at you live, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no
like,
script,
this is some live shit. This is not like I didn't like go in my room and just like, okay, downloading. Let's type some shit up into my brain. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Let's get the
let's get a script going. Let's get that script going. You know?
See this cord? It's actually just data, just download. That's where I'm getting everything, bro.
It's just coming right into the consciousness, like
right in there.
Right in there. And then like just the idea of like noise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where is that going?
Right.
I know we're listening. I know this is what brings in sound, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how is it computing?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
And then like the idea that you can like lose your hearing,
yeah,
like, it gets lower and lower.
Mm-hmm.
What? like, is it like echoing? Or like, what is that? You know, I know I'm not a scientist, so a scientist probably like will exactly tell me how it works, right?
It's probably something. It's like our brain somehow, which is great. Like our brain is like, it's amazing. It's amazing. Like is able to kind of like hear these vibrations. I'm not going to say hear because we'll just say the brain does, or maybe the brain does hear. I don't know. But they feel these vibrations, and it starts just computing. Like your brain's like computing everything, like where those like little lie detectors, like little scanner things, like it's processing it for you. And it's not scientific at all. It's just me rambling.
I know, dude, same. Like just us, like, because even talking, it feels like it's coming in your mouth.
Oh, it's yeah. It's everything's reversed. We're actually speaking backwards.
That's what it feels like. Like I don't like take a second, dude, and like talk. Doesn't it feel like it's coming in?
It's kind of, you're inhaling the words. That's what it is.
That's what it feels like. It feels like. And then like you play it backwards, and maybe that's what actual spoken word sounds like. You playing it backwards.
Playing it backwards. It's just words in the air, and it's just processing in your mind.
Yeah.
Because you're inhaling them in when we breathe. Yeah,
exactly.
We're getting somewhere.
I think we need to get peer revised papers sent to all the scientists, and we're gonna speak at what is it called? TED Talk. There we go. This is actually our TED Talk interview.
The TED Talk interview. We're actually applying for the job.
On the TED Talk about consciousness and how to locate yourself.
How to locate yourself. This all stemmed from just talking about the movie Tenet.
Yeah, Tenet. Thank you.
Thank you, Christopher Nolan, for opening our minds.
We are your loyal servants forever. Our Lord and Savior.
I will forever watch your movies.
But dude, this is how religions are started, right? Just conversating.
Conversating.
Like, oh yeah.
Dude, we might even start one. Like people are like, I love these guys. I love where their head's at in there.
We just immediately get canceled. Yeah, cancel them. Like we're like not even. We have 5 views. So like,
and 3 of them are probably myself.
Exactly. Just like why do I sound like that? Why?
Yeah, you're like I should have said
like,
this.
Out of the frame, like for a half.
Said why am I looking at that? What am I looking at? Just notice the little things. You're like, oh, it's coming. The comments are coming. But
yeah, man. Let's do a rating on the Tenet. What do you rate the Tenet?
I would give it a 7 out of 10. It was a lot of cool flashiness and just like a good movie. Score was amazing. Made the scenes feel intense. Cool fighting, and like the heist scene and stuff. I think it was just. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because I feel like the story is a great story, but it was hidden behind all this cool stuff that you couldn't really soak in the story.
Agree. So I changed my rating. I said 6.5, but I'm gonna agree with 7.
Okay, 7.
Right? Because I did more research, and I figured I understand the story now, kind of.
Kind of a little more. Yeah.
I mean, it was visually stunning. Mm-hmm. The budget, you could just see the budget. Like the money was just flying off the screen. It was just like, look how much money I got.
Like, and plus he made all that money back.
Exactly. Yeah.
His sales on the movie was crazy.
Made the money back.
And then some.
I like the characters. I like the protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's an up-and-coming actor. His acting was, I'd say 8 out of 10. Robert Pattinson's acting was 9 out of 10.
He's a good dude.
The chick was fucking, like, I thought she was pretty hot. I give her 8 out of 10 on looks.
Definitely on the looks.
I love how tall she was.
Really, got me going.
And like we were talking about the villain, by far one of the best villains I've seen before.
Good villain. There's actual reason, like
without the costume or anything, right? There's no costume.
like he made a presence in the film that I felt like he was like a really good, like without like let's say like the I don't know, like other villains.
Right.
Right. And then yeah, just hands down, like the storyline was super confusing, but I like the scenes and how they shot them, the wide angle, which he always does really well.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So 7 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, 7 out of 10. And also the protagonist, I think what's his name, John. Hold on, I'm about to butcher his name. Of course, I'm going blank.
What other movies has he been in?
He's been in a few. Where I mostly know him from is that series on HBO, Ballers.
Okay.
The one with The Rock. But his name's John David Washington. You know, that's actually Denzel Washington.
Yes.
And there's times in the movies where I was like, and he would say things and like certain looks he said. I was like, dude, that's his dad. Like his dad can't look at him and be like, that's not my son. So that's my seed, dude.
Dude, Black Klansman, dude.
Oh yeah, Black Klansman. He was in it.
Amazing movie.
Really great movie.
Which I think he was better than that than Tenet.
I think it was like, I don't know. He was good. He was good to me, but I do see certain points where you're like, he could have, maybe there are some points where his acting was a little shy, I guess.
I think it was mostly the comedic stuff.
Yeah, it could have been the comedic stuff.
Like the comedic lines, he's because I guess he's not a comedian, so like he probably just said the line that was supposed to come off like comedic, but it just didn't come off that way.
It could have been just the style of the movie, because I mean, I wouldn't really. I guess you can consider this like an action film, but it's just that type of character he was playing as, like as of say Black Klansman, where it was more like it wasn't so serious of a protagonist, I guess I would say. I think
can see that.
He fell short in like Tenet, but he still did an amazing job.
100%. Yeah, he was good. I was with him with like the whole time. Like I was rooting for him. I was like, yo, dude, where we going?
Yeah, where we go? You're emotionally involved. Like, I'm in there.
Let's go. Let's go back in the future, forward and backwards, whatever.
Yeah, forward and backwards. Let the two tens meet, dude.
Let's go.
Let's go. Keep them coming, dude.
Let's keep it going. But yeah, it's definitely had like the Inception vibe too. I was just thinking about this. That the ending scene in Inception when they had to like storm the place to get to the dying father in the vault.
Oh yeah.
That reminded me of the Tenets, the ending scene, like the ending scene when they had to storm it again. They had to storm a compound.
Same thing.
Compounds.
The end of Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, when they're in the city and there's that huge brawl at the end, and like Bane was there and Batman just coming through the crowd and they meet. It was like that too. It was just like, it's like Nolan uses these like similarities in his movies.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Like he likes to climax like at the end.
He likes to,
yeah, he likes the ending as the climax.
Right, exactly.
Like he does a lot of foreplay, and then he just kind of gets you in there.
Gets you. Said, I'm about to climax. I don't know about you.
And then like this shortest, just like them just kind of being like homies, and they're like, okay, dude, I'm going back in.
Yeah, like you felt it, like they were like there was a deep bond there. 100%. And then it all made sense because it's just a loop of friendship.
Fucking loop of friendship, bro.
An infinity loop of friendship.
Dude, shit's sick.
It's a good movie. I would recommend. People go see. I mean, nobody's doing anything else, so you might as well.
Exactly. Yeah, like buy it. Can you stream it?
No, I think it's just in theaters as of now.
Just theaters right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good movie, good score, and then also Travis Scott made a song for it. Like,
oh really? Like
not the ending song, but so remember the scene when they basically the truck where they're getting back the one piece they need. I forget what it was called at the moment, but they have like the fire truck and everything, and then the protagonist, he like goes into the truck and they're all like surrounding the car, and then the song that was playing during that scene, it was like that heavy bass that like it was just like it was intense for the scene. But he just like Travis Scott, I think, just recorded over that, and it made the song called "The Plan" for it, and it's like it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, sick, dude! I forgot about that scene.
Dude, that was a great scene. That was like all the car scenes were dope, especially even the one where they're driving backwards.
Oh,
and that one was really cool too. Like you see the
budget.
car flip and it just comes back to normal.
Dude, that budget right there. They got a fucking fire truck.
Yeah, fire truck.
Like all that shit's fucking expensive.
Yeah,
they
and
fucked that what was it? It was like a armored vehicle, right?
Armored vehicle, yeah.
They fucked that shit up. Like that is so much money, dude. Like,
a lot of money.
Like this is so much money. Oh, dude, back to. Oh, my bad.
Oh no, you're good. I was just saying wherever like someone trusted Nolan to deliver a great film, they're like, "You're gonna make this money back," and he's like, "I got you."
I got you, bros. Back to the Travis Scott shit. So, did he try his McDonald's?
Oh yeah, the Travis Scott burger.
Meal.
That's good. Basically, all it is, like at the end of the day, it's McDonald's. Like Travis Scott isn't personally back there making the burgers. Like it's McDonald's.
Here we go.
So basically, all it was a quarter pounder with, I think, like lettuce, onions, tomato, and bacon. And it was like ketchup and mustard, and that was.
They just added bacon to it.
I think just pretty much added bacon. Yeah, I was like, I haven't had too many Big Macs, but I'm pretty sure they only added bacon to theirs. And I mean, there's nothing different about the fries. The fries are fries. I mean, for some reason, Sprite at McDonald's always is the best Sprite. It hits all your taste buds, like the molecules of taste buds, like just connecting, like a flavor explosion.
Like that Drake commercial.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, where he but that's how you feel when you drink McDonald's Sprite.
Dude, that's crazy. That they just literally just like called Travis up, like, "Yo, you trying to be on a fucking Big Mac?" He's like, "Just add bacon, bro." Like,
add bacon. That's it. Can't go wrong with bacon.
Sign off.
He's just making money, man.
He's
just making money moves.
Because like, dude, like a lot of like actresses, actors, they would just be like, I don't want to be associated with that. Like, you know, like there's like PR moves where you're just like, maybe not. You know what I'm saying?
They want to live these healthy lifestyle. Like, say I'm living this healthy lifestyle and like, oh, I'm promoting this burger at McDonald's that just pretty much blows everything away. Like everything I've talked about before, just disregard that because I still eat at McDonald's.
Yeah. He's just like, bring that money. Let's get it.
Bring that money. Let's get it. Crazy.
Dude, my homie, he got it. Well, you know him. I don't know if you saw this video. I forgot his name. But the homie.
The homie. That's what I know him as. He doesn't have a name. He's just the homie.
But he made a video. He like ate it. He's like, got the Travis Scott burger. Here we go. Throws it out the window.
It sucks. I know. I wanted to do like a little review on it, but I was like, nah, this takes too much work. I was like, I just rather just eat the food. At this point. So I'm hungry. I'm just gonna eat it.
Dude, I'm forgetting everyone's name today. Right? So the other homie, just characters in my movie of life.
Yeah, characters in my movie of life, but you only name him the homie.
Homie 3. But dude, he did a review of the Dunkin' Donuts. I think it was Dunkin' Donuts. Or no, it was Burger King. Someone got 2 donuts and they put chicken in it.
Oh, KFC.
KFC.
Yeah, KFC.
Dude, he's like, he ate it, he's like, a little greasy. But dude, I literally went and got it just because he did the review, so I can review it myself.
Dude, I figured that thing would look just like straight diabetes. Just literal taking a bite out of diabetes.
He's like, yo, you want to die? Like, who eats 2 donuts at a time anyway? Like, no one's like, let me get some chicken and 2 donuts.
Right.
Like it's a normal meal.
Madman.
Like, that's not even a normal meal.
I can't say anything too much because or I can't make fun of it. Sorry, say anything too much. What am I saying? But because there's this burger place in LA, I believe, and it was a burger, and it was with 2 Krispy Kreme donuts as the buns.
Okay.
And it was actually really good. Like, it's weird, like things you wouldn't think fits together, but they fit. Just that savory sweet, but also that like
100%.
salty beef, just all mixing together, you know.
Like, woo!
Making me a little hungry, making me sweat a bit.
Oh wow. My tummy's a little rumbly.
Am I getting hungry?
These were a snack break.
Snack break. Yeah, is that unprofessional to have snacks during a podcast? Just the munching of chips.
Father.
Yeah, the Podfather.
Is this okay?
Is this okay?
Dude,
Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Dude, this is what I'm drinking right now. It's a coffee peanut butter cup porter.
Ooh.
Like, dude, this is a fucking beer.
Peanut butter powder coffee and okay.
And lactose.
And lactose, okay.
What?
Yeah,
how do you dude, they instead of like taking lactose out of it, they put it in it.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm lactose intolerant.
Exactly, dude. There's milk where they take the lactose out.
Yeah, they're like,
Homie's
you
here.
need this.
He said, we're putting this shit in.
It's good flavor.
Dude, it's actually fire, bro.
It looks pretty good. Very interesting, actually, too.
It's a 9% alcohol.
9%? Dude, maybe they could sponsor us.
Yeah. Who makes this? Let's see. Doesn't say. Oh, no, right here. Campanology Brewing, Wisconsin.
Okay.
You know what they say in Wisconsin? If you ain't drinking, get the fuck out.
Get out. Wow, you thought we were the cheese state? Get out of here.
Nah, dude, we're the drinking state.
Yeah, you're drinking, bro. We said we mix our beer and cheese together.
Dude, I'm pretty sure they made beer cheese.
Oh,
right?
They probably did.
Yeah.
100% did. I was gonna say I did some like virtual beer fest, because COVID, so it's virtual now. So they send the beers to your house. Wow. And it's like in a box, and you do like you're on a virtual. Well, actually, it wasn't like a chat, like a Zoom call with people, but they had like little videos playing, and then they had the makers of the beer, like their video would pop up, and then you drink the beer with them, and they like describe the beer. So it was pretty cool.
Okay.
It was like, even though it's like at home, but you could like still drink beers. I was actually trying to find the pamphlet for it so I can read you off some of the beers, but actually I did find it.
Hey, coming in clutch.
So it's the brew breakdown. They had some cider. So there's, I believe, it's the name of the company first. So it's Two Towns Cider House. They had a prickly paradise pear. So fruity and earthy. Basically, it's a fusion of NW apples and prickly pear cactus fruits. From what I recall, that was probably one of my favorite ones. Yeah, and then they have Abnormal, and they had 3 beers from them. It was a Weiss, a Stout, and their last one was Hopsalata. And then they had some more ciders and stuff like that. But it was pretty good. You know, you got to taste test these companies and stuff like that, and just experience it all in your home.
Hell yeah, dude. Like, little comfort in COVID hell, you know?
Yeah, little comfort. Just get drunk.
Just get fucking drunk off our fucking beers. Dude, that's actually so badass. I would have been so down if I knew about it.
It was like last minute. I was like, okay, let's try this out.
Okay, send that shit. Let's go.
Dude, I'm at home anyway. So.
Yeah.
Dude, I already know, like, I'm sure alcohol sales just spiked.
100%.
People are like, well, I guess I just get drunk.
Yeah. And dude, they couldn't close it. Like, I was listening to Rogan, daddy podcaster.
Yeah, daddy the father podcast.
Yeah. And he was talking about how, like, they couldn't close the dispensaries and they couldn't close the alcohol because people would go in withdrawals. Mm-hmm. They're just like, I mean, that's kind of stupid because you could get sometimes, like, a lot of states you can get alcohol at the store, right?
Yeah.
So they were all open, but like some places you can't. I know.
Right.
I'm pretty like in Colorado. They used to. You're not supposed to. My bad. You're not allowed to buy alcohol unless it's from a liquor store. But they just changed that law, which is fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
Like that's so fucking insane that they did that. Where they're like, sorry, only these people can make profit off alcohol.
Right. And it's weird because just being in Vegas, growing up in Vegas, like, dude, we're so was it spoiled? That's the word I want to use. Spoiled here. You can
100%.
get alcohol. Stuff stays open 24/7. I could, walk with a beer down the street if I want to. I guess not glass, but you can walk with a beer. Because like same thing. I went to California. Was at some club. We're turning it up. Going to get another round of drinks. We get there and the bartender's like, last call. So in my mind, I'm like, dang, time's flying because I'm having fun, So it's probably like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. No, check my phone. It's like 12:30, maybe 1, or no, it was 1:30, it was 1, and they're like, yeah, the bar's about to close. And I was like, what? I was like, stuff doesn't close in Vegas,
It doesn't, dude. Speaking of that, dude. So we went to this Indian restaurant. Shout out Rue. Indian restaurant. It's like fine dining, but Indian food, dude. So fire, right? Amazing drinks. Dude, we had this drink where it had yogurt and turmeric in it and alcohol.
That sounds
really interesting. It was like very savory and very like kind of homey, right? Like I guess it's their take on eggnog. I didn't even think about that at the time, but like, right? It's kind of like that.
It like starts making sense, the thing, it starts clicking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But dude, they were like, it's last call, and I look at my fucking phone, dude. It's 10 o'clock p.m. What?
This is like pre-game hours, dude.
I'm like, yo, what? Like we're going out right now. 10 p.m.
Like this, the night just started.
We literally said 9 o'clock, but we all headed out at 10.
Yeah,
get at the club at 10:30. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
You know what I'm saying, yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like here, like I wouldn't get to clubs till like 11:30, almost 12, and like that's the start of the night.
That's so crazy to me, bro.
Yeah.
That like anywhere, you can't buy alcohol anywhere that's after 10 p.m.
Yeah, it's just Vegas, dude. That's why everyone's coming out here, man. Stuff to do.
Hell yeah.
Just everything's open.
Running away from Cali, dude. How's that? Have a lot of people been like moving from Cali?
I believe so, because the market here has been, I think, pretty good. So a lot of people are moving out here, and I think a lot of people are just traveling out here, especially from California, because it's what, like a 4-hour drive, 4 to 6 hours, depending where you're coming from, maybe 8. I don't know, but it's like right next door. You come to Vegas, party for the weekend, back home. Back home by Sunday.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we did the same thing. Like, by the way, like me and Kendall, we grew up together. I mean, since high school, right?
Yeah, since high school, bro.
Like, we went to the same, like junior year, right?
Junior year. Yep, that's when
junior
we met.
Year.
Yeah, where you scooted your desk away from me.
I literally still don't remember that shit, and I'm 100%. I was probably getting out of your way.
Right,
like,
I was like,
too
this
close
kid
to
hates
you,
me.
bro. Like, I'm sorry. Sorry about my presence.
Sorry.
Let me scoot my desk over so I can go to sleep.
I felt like the scene in Twilight when Robert Pattinson first sees Bella, and he's like, "Oh, like get away from me!" I was like, dude, he's a vampire, and obviously, like, he smells my blood. And he's like, I can't turn back. But now it's starting to make sense.
Or, dude, I mean, this is a classic memory we've talked about 20 billion times. Remember in fucking computer class? Right? That was computer class, right?
It was computer class, yeah. Oh no, we had
like, what was that class?
What it was like classes they didn't offer at Calvary. We had to do online, and it was monitored by just a teacher. That was it. They didn't teach us anything. It was all online classes.
What was those classes? I literally don't remember doing anything.
I think mine was a science class. I think it was chemistry, because our school didn't have chemistry. there's no chemistry in that school, you know.
So it's just like everything that we couldn't do at Calvary, I guess.
At Calvary, yeah, and I think because I transferred from another school,
Okay.
and so it's like I was finishing that class.
Okay. But yeah, so the homie 5.
Yeah, homie number 5.
Homie 5. Fucking got his name. Chad.
Yeah, Chad. Yeah.
Fucking the homie Chad hacked his fucking computer from like 5 computers away, and it blacked out on the screen, and then he like why did it log out? Right? It logged out.
Logged me out. Yeah.
And then he logged back in, and he had fucking gay ass porn on his fucking screen. And I'm sitting right next to him, and he's like, oh.
Try to cover because the teacher's right behind me. Just imagine her looking up from reading her book or whatever she's doing, and just sees this on her computer screen. So I don't know what to do in this situation.
Teach.
This is not me.
This is not me. China. It's China. China's hacking my computer.
So I'm just having these weird urges in the middle of class, just to look this up.
He's like, do you need to go to the counselor of Christianity? Wait, by the way, it's a Christian not college, high school.
Christian high school. And I have this on my computer.
Literally double worse. Like you're right next to the teacher and at a Christian high school. Next to me, who you already thought I didn't like you.
Right, I already didn't like me. Now he sees what I'm into.
Yeah,
so.
I'm like, oh.
So there's a
5 seats.
Right. So obviously he's coming out to me. So.
I'm like, good move in the English class.
Oh my god.
It's just so funny, dude.
Good times, dude.
Hella times, dude. I wish there was more times though.
Dude, there could be more times.
There could be more times.
Time isn't a thing, bro. Infinite, bro.
Infinite, dude. We can have podcast times now.
We can have podcast times, just like this.
Digital times where we're just like shooting the shit, talking about films.
Sipping on some brews, dude.
Sipping on some brews, my guy. Maybe do an edible, episode.
Yeah, you're there. Yeah, an edible episode, Just tripping. Which is crazy because we're in the digital age now, dude.
I know.
It's
like this is our reality.
Yeah.
We trust the internet more than actual reality.
Right. To connect us.
It connects us more than actual human beings, right?
Yeah.
Like going back to the phone thing, right?
Right.
Like we trust our phone more than human interaction, which is fucking scary and it's fucking weird. But right? Like you could say something to me and we're like hanging out and I look at my phone and I read an article and I believe that more than I believe what you just said.
Right. Unless what I said is from the article.
Exactly. Then I read the article, I'm like, oh, cited by Kendall.
It's me.
Kendall wrote this article.
I'm the article.
You're like, I'm like, I don't believe you. I just read the article. You're like, see who it's by.
It's like my picture, like arms folded, just like
Nelson.
Kendall Nelson.
Amateur writer. Comedian and actor. Podcaster.
And podcaster.
Damn it, you got me.
But just like you're saying, even just social interaction, even to the point dating is all online now. You got Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Grindr,
right. Everything.
Plenty of Fish,
eHarmony for old people.
eHarmony.
We don't forget that we're not ageist here.
Right. Christian Mingle.
Oh yeah.
For
farmers only.
Farmers only for farmers. Obviously.
And cowboys.
And
right?
cowboys.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. I'm looking for a cowboy.
Everything. We're literally the internet's we'll let it handle it.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of we could literally for me, I'd rather be on the internet and talk to people dating wise and everything than actually going out to a bar and just meeting someone. And I still feel this is more genuine.
Like I feel like I know them more. Like, dude, I've met like lots and lots of women on the internet.
So,
Women on the internet, and we talk for a couple months, dude. I show up. We're not strangers.
right.
It's magic.
You had that rapport. You built that rapport already, and you know each other.
Exactly. Like I've never even heard your voice. Like so, like right. There's chicks literally I've texted and everything, and then they show up, and it's just like, what's up?
You're hearing their voice for the first time.
Yeah, and we're like I'm just like just because some random ass like words that I'm just like throwing at them, it's like weird. It's like what is that?
What is that? It's like easy for people to get catfish too, because they fall in love with this idea that they know this person, but they don't. They never met him. They've always come up with some lame excuse that they can't talk to you, like, oh, my camera's not working. I'm like, I can't talk to you. But they fall in love with this idea and this picture, and that's it. That's it. There's what's the saying? A picture's worth 1,000 words, dude.
Exactly.
Just this one picture.
And that's what like words are. They're pictures. They're conveying something. Right?
You're on to something, dude.
Wait, whoa, dude! A picture's worth 1,000 words, and words are pictures.
They are pictures. We see words. We look at words.
We're looking at words. They're literally like the English language is a picture.
Right.
Like the idea that like back in the day they used to draw shit on the walls, right? We're like, oh, how could they talk like that? We're doing it with an alphabet, dude.
Yeah.
Those are just pictures. Those are just hieroglyphs.
Right.
They're refined down, so it's easier to, I guess, transcribe.
You're right.
Right.
That's it.
Because like when we're talking, words aren't being created. We're not spelling it out in our minds.
No.
Which is just fucking weird, dude.
It's weird. They make sounds like these letters and words. They make sounds and they're words.
Dude, someone pay us.
Yeah, so we're gonna be featured on Joe Rogan for sure. And we're all gonna do DMT and.
But I mean, like the idea of like texting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if it has nothing to do with dating, right? You are you're perceiving what they're saying, right? You know how many times where I've texted someone and they perceived it the way they wanted to perceive it, right? Which that's the only way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You could literally say like the super proper fucking sentence, and they perceive it the way they want to. They're feeding themselves propaganda, right? They're saying, "This is how I want to react. This is how I want to transcribe this," and think about in my imagination what they meant and what they said. So you get like the idea of just like sending all these different words, like the right words, right? There are right words because if you just say the right fucking words, they're gonna think like that's just gonna feed their programming. Right. Dude, you know what I'm saying? Like that's some trippy ass shit.
It really is. And then you think about it too, like say I sent you a text, but you read it. It could have been something super like positive or like nothing negative about it, but you read it in a certain tone, which made it negative. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like I didn't say anything wrong. I think it was like a Key and Peele skit, and he's like, what are you doing? And he's like, it's like, oh, nothing. And he's like getting mad at his responses because in our minds, dude, it's hilarious, and it's because of what we do. And it's just so funny.
Brings us back to the idea that everything's just our imagination.
It's how we perceive it.
We're just perceiving how we want to perceive it. That's why like the idea of having a positive attitude, no matter what, is the key to life, because you can do whatever you want, and any negative, any positive, it's still positive. Because in your head, that's how you're like, okay, well, this is just the next step. I'm just going up the stairs. I might have tripped on a step, but I'm still alive. I'm still going up the steps. I'm still on the same step. I just tripped on the one right in front of me.
Right, exactly. I'm still going up.
Like if you just keep going up, no one can bring you down. No one can tell you that you're lower than them because you're like, well, you're in your own shit.
Right.
That's why like spreading positive vibes is like a legit thing, right?
Right.
Positive vibe is like saying like you guys are all equal. You guys are all the same. We're all humans. And that's how I want you to perceive yourself, and I want you to perceive my words when I tell you something as a positive thing. Fucking crazy. And that's why like negative news is so actually negative.
It's just super negative.
Because like you put these people at the top in our heads, right? And they feed us down what they want to, and they want to divide us. They want to make us think we're subhuman. They want to think that they're better than us because they have a figure. They have one person talking, right? There's like 4 or 5 people on the news, right? And they're just talk. That's the only people we see. So we think that's what they're saying. Right. So we can grasp it, right? So we're like, oh, maybe he's right. But if they really showed what was happening, there's 100 people saying what he's saying. Right? They're writers. People write for the news.
Yeah, they're reading off the thing. Yeah.
And that's what, like, if we knew, if they showed like 100 writers behind this one guy, which I know they do on some shows, which is like them laughing at us. They're like, look, why don't we show them all the writers, and they still don't even catch it. They don't even catch it. Because like you can't agree with 100 people's opinions, but you can agree with one person's opinion. You can't like 100 people can't divide, 1,000 people, but one person can.
They got the right words, dude. Words. They're powerful.
They're powerful. They're pictures. They're emotions. However you perceive them. And no one's right and no one's wrong. And that's the thing. That's why it's the chaos.
It's chaos. Everybody's got their own opinion. It's crazy.
And what are you gonna do about it? And that's why
you can do.
And that's why like the idea of like government and laws and shit is like how people get power, right? They build these laws and they say, no, my words matter more than your words. And let's get a bunch of people to push these words up and make them laws. Because all laws are our words, right?
Right.
And we like the idea of laws are like casted out as these like powerful like things. They're just words that a bunch of people agreed on.
Right. That's it.
Right? Like, and then they lock people up.
They lock you up.
Like that's like the idea. Like the people they control people to make money off them. They make these laws so that they have your mind controlled. They control us with laws, and then if you break one of these words these documents that they created, we all agree on it. They fucking take your fucking person and put them in a fucking cell.
Jail time.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All because 1,000 people. Yeah, we agree.
Yeah, they all agreed. But it could have been just one person that's like, exactly. Nah, I don't agree.
Yeah.
And didn't have much say because he was overruled.
Overruled, dude.
But it's weird. It's different in the court. The jury. If one person disagrees, they got like a mistrial or something.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's all weird too, because like that's what like the factions, right, of like religion and like other organizations. That's when they come in to like get their people. Yeah, they're your peers, but they all have different programming, right? It's like having Apple, Microsoft, and let's just Apple and Microsoft, and they're like, oh, it's your peers, but then they like the software is different.
Right.
These are your peers, but the software is different. So it's not equal. It's just everyone like if that's they literally have what'd you just call it?
Well,
like what are those people? A jury.
Yeah,
they have people that pick the jury.
They're picked.
It's all just like a performance, bro.
Have you ever had to do jury duty?
No.
Yeah, I got sent the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I called the night before, and they said I didn't have to come in, so scot-free out of jury duty, dude.
Dude, I think I'm just
like
always moving, so
Could
it's
be.
like, dude, like I'm always moving. I've never had like a real like permanent address. So like, I don't think they're like, what?
Just an elusive Adam, dude.
I'm just like,
just always gone.
always
like
gone.
the wind.
Like, dude, I'm gonna be out of Ohio in fucking like 3 or 4 months.
Oh, really? Where's next?
I don't know. Like it's fucking gnarly, dude.
You've pretty much been over almost all around the country, I feel like, or at least a few states. Dude.
Like 85% of the country, dude. I've been multiple times.
I've only been California, Washington, Arizona, Oklahoma for some random reason. I've been to Chicago, but only the airport. I've only been to Newark, New Jersey as well. Only in the airport, and New York. Only in the airport though. So I guess it's up to you if you want to count though.
Yeah.
It's up to the world.
I mean, you were on the ground.
I was on the ground, I was there. I can say I've been to the airport. I did see I think you can see the Statue of Liberty in the airport in New York. Could be wrong. They could be nowhere near each other. And my mind was like, there it is.
Dude, I don't know if the viewers want to hear everywhere I've been, but I guess here we go. So
it's like a song.
Yes. Next segment, where has Adam been? Yeah. So I've been to, Washington State. I've been to California. I've been to Arizona. I've been to Wyoming. I've been to North Dakota. I've been to Nevada. I've been to Texas. I've been to Utah. I've been to West Virginia. I've been to Ohio. I've been to Oklahoma. I've been to New York like twice. I've been to Florida 3 times. I've been to Indiana. I've been to what is that shit's called? I'm trying to think. I've been to Washington D.C. and a bunch of other places.
I actually forgot to add. I've been to Utah and Colorado, so two
I've been
more
to
out of
Colorado.
mine.
I live there.
Colorado.
I mean, wait, have you left the country yet?
Yeah, I've been out of the country. First time I was out of the country was to Israel. Yep. We went to Israel, and then I went to Jamaica last year.
Oh yeah, dude.
Family trip. It's a Jam Rock, dude.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah,
dude, I guess they have a magic mushroom place down there, like a medical magic mushroom facility, which is fucking crazy. How was it? How was
Dude, the vibes there are all chill. Everyone's just happy. They're so laid back out there. Water's beautiful and clear. Sandy white beaches. But it also could have just been where I was at was maybe just like the best. Like I had the best experience. I know if you go to like Kingston and stuff, it's a little more dangerous. But it's just like everybody was so cool out there and very very friendly people and just a good time. Very green and this is a beautiful place. I definitely recommend a vacation there. It's a good time.
Fuck yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, I've never thought about going to Jamaica. How long is the flight?
It depends. So I want to say our first layover was in Chicago. So I believe from Nevada or Vegas to Chicago, I think that was about like a 5-hour flight. And then we flew from Chicago to Newark, and then Newark to Jamaica. And that I want to say was only like probably another 4 or 5 hour flight. So altogether it's probably like 10, 11 hours.
Nice.
Just flying. But from actual like from over there to Jamaica. It wasn't that long. It was a quick flight. And it's funny because it's always flying back is the fastest. It's like something about coming back from somewhere. It's a lot faster.
Yeah. Dude, I'm actually going to Croatia next month.
Oh, Croatia? What's up in Croatia?
Well, Beyonce is out there right now on their yacht.
Okay.
The Carters.
Kick it with the Carters.
Yeah, dude. They say, Adam, come out here, bro. I'm like, But yeah, dude, I'm going out there for my birthday.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, the good old 27.
Dang, dude. I forgot you're older than me. Man,
old man, bro.
I just turned 26, dude.
Fuck.
Getting old. We're getting up there.
We're getting up there, dude. And it's just like, is everyone saying this? Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, guys?
Just think, like, when we were kids, like, we're like, oh, this is going to take forever for us to get here. And then now we're here. And it's like, oh, it needs to slow down.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
It needs to slow down.
It needs to slow down. Like, right after 21, I didn't believe my parents, but they were right. It was literally just, shoo, like, time was just extra fast.
Dude, same with me, dude, because that's right when I got into the oil field as a chef.
Oh, yeah.
And I was working 6 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Dude, that shit said, skirt.
Most of your life, dude.
It just said, like, just traveling, dude, all over, like, the country.
You're everywhere.
But
yeah, dude, Croatia's crazy. I've only been to Medellin, which is at like North Croatia, and we're gonna go to Zagreb.
Zagreb.
I got this sick ass fucking mansion, bro, for like super cheap.
I bet. I feel like it's cheaper.
Dude, it's like 5 bedrooms. It has a fucking sauna and a gym in it, and a pool.
And a pool. Sheesh. So you can pretty much just hang out there, dude. You don't have to go anywhere else. Yeah.
Dude, hit the beach.
Right.
Drink.
Just turn up in Croatia.
Like, dude, I really want to rent a Porsche again. But like out there, dude, they don't even fuck around. Dude. They're like $450 a night. Like, what?
Excuse me?
Driving a Porsche.
That's so fucking expensive, dude.
Really expensive.
Down in Miami, I got it for $72 a night.
Oh, wow. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, 2017 Boxer S. 72 a night, dude. The fastest car I've ever driven in my whole entire life. Like, scary. Like, I went 160 miles per hour.
And the streets are probably, like, empty out there, huh?
100%, yeah.
It's more, and everybody's inside.
It was yeah, because it was in March.
Uh-huh. Like, right when COVID was going down, dude. You know what I did right when I found out COVID was a thing?
What?
I went to a baby shower. With it was like 50 of us all crammed in this little restaurant. I was like, if there was any point in time I was gonna get it, that was it for sure.
Bro, like, I had the craziest COVID. Like, nothing, like, COVID sped up my travels. Like, February, dude, I went to London and got tatted, and Budapest, and then I went to LA, then I went to Miami, like shit was like, and then I went to Pittsburgh, and then I went to fucking New York. Like, it's just been like, it sped up everything. COVID's like, yo, we're not gonna affect you, just go.
Yeah, just keep going.
Dude, my boss got COVID. He got COVID. Like, we were in the same fucking room multiple times. He came back from break. Was hanging out with them. So everyone had to get tested. I didn't have it. So.
Right. Side note, clean.
Safe from COVID, everyone.
I know that. I've known people who've gotten it, and then same thing as my sister. Someone at her job got it, and she was around them, and like she's coming home to us. So when they found out, we all got tested, but everyone was negative. So
yeah.
My tattoo artist, she got it, and like, she still gets real tired, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's what I heard is a big one, like being really tired.
Yeah, and then like breathing, and then my boss, he still hasn't got his taste back or his smell.
That's one thing I'm scared of, losing my taste and smell. Yeah.
Like, he can only taste spicy and sour.
That sucks.
And that's more of a feel, right? I mean,
right. Yeah, it's more of a feel. Dang, just to go out like that, just losing my taste and smell.
Did you see the Chinese whistleblower?
Yo, so the Chinese whistleblower said that China manufactured COVID-19.
I've heard that. I've heard that. It was there. Like they just pretty much they created it and couldn't control it. Because think too, they were kind of sketchy about us like going over there and like studying it for a minute. I don't know if they ended up, but yeah, it was crazy.
And
but who knows?
Like I already kind of knew because like when it first like popped off, I read some scientific peer-reviewed papers, and they were saying that it had 4 strands of HIV.
That's what
in
I
COVID-19. Yeah, which means someone fucked with COVID-19 because you just don't get strands of HIV just random.
Yeah. And that's what's scary too. Like I'm trying to get HIV. Dude.
I'm trying to get AIDS, bro.
That's right.
Which means HIV is made by the government.
Facts. I said it.
I said it.
Not taking it back. Oh man. Sheesh.
Jesus Christ.
Dang, dude.
Oh man.
We've actually been at this for like 2 hours, man. I'm surprised. Actually, we did good, dude.
It flew by, bro.
Yeah, it flew by really good, really quick.
We talked about a lot of stuff, and I don't think we gave away too much, like for other episodes. And we still have like a bunch of stories.
Oh, still a bunch of dude, and there's so much going on in the world, dude.
100%.
We have so many things to talk about.
Fake articles every day, bro.
Conspiracies, UFOs, bro. We could probably do a whole episode on, like, probably like 5 episodes just conspiracies.
Yeah, dude, we could do like 4 hours, like for us, dude. We talk like this, like just normally.
Right. No. Yeah. This is normal conversation.
Like, this is some normal ass shit. This is not. There's no cadence here.
No.
This is us talking.
I think we're basically like, let's just record a conversation. Let's see where it goes.
Let's see where it goes, and then yeah. I'm just gonna leave it there, but super interesting shit.
Yeah, we could
talk about Tenet.
Yeah, talk about Tenet. Went into dreams.
Yeah, Inception. Physics. Quantum mechanics.
Time travel.
Drugs.
Dimensions.
What life is.
Yeah, what life is. Traveling. Yeah, so we got a pretty hardy discussions going on. You can
unpack this.
Yeah, you can unpack it. Like, you can digest it however you want, you know?
Exactly. Like, dude, I wrote a bunch of notes, like, when I watched it the second time. So, like, go, like, scene by scene.
Uh-huh.
But I like the way we did it because it was more conversational instead of like a analyzing the movie like a fucking robot, you know? Like, scene 2. What do you think of it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It was much better like this because I wanted to look down at my notes, but I felt like I was just losing momentum. I was just talk.
Exactly. And just like we kind of bounced back and forth and kind of like brought them back together and
sidetracked, but it was good conversation.
Exactly. Interesting shit. Hopefully it sounds good. I'm just about the sound.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, it sounds from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. But you never know. Do a little bit of editing and stuff, so.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if we have to cut some stuff out.
Right,
and that as well.
It's just like gays and shades, and it's just like me just it's like cuts.
Yeah, seriously, I was like, yeah. I was like, that's probably gonna be cut.
Well, hell yeah, dude, this is fun, dude. Yeah, there's no work. It's just setup, just doing it, right?
Just doing it, yeah.
Just like
we took the step. I think that was it. It was just like, just do it.
Exactly, just do it. Like, this is the path right now. We're on the path, the podcast.
Yeah, remember we even talked about like there's a moment in time if we didn't do this, and then there's now.
Exactly.
And we picked now.
Hell yeah. And it's fun, bro. Like,
it is fun. It's cool to talk and.
Yeah, dude, it's been forever, dude. Like, we haven't had actual convo in a minute, right?
Other than like little Snapchat conversations.
Just Snapchat. Which, like, I still hear your voice, which is hilarious. Like, I read your text and I hear your voice like talking to me. Like, I
I read your text in your voice.
I do that sometimes. People's voices. I was like, I could hear them saying that.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. What are you thinking? Like once a week, every Sunday, or whenever you're free, or
we could do every Sunday. Maybe do like a second one of just like we could just start with one.
we'll do this. See how long like editing and stuff like that, and just how long it takes to put it out, and then kind of get a schedule from that.
Yeah.
But I'm down to even at least just like record, like at least just get the episodes, and then we can. Oh, and just at least have them, so we're ready.
Yeah. Because that's what I feel like a lot of these podcasters do. They like record like a bunch. Mm-hmm. Like Rogan does that. Like he does like 3 a day or something. Like for like he like sets them up, and then like he just releases them whenever. Like he doesn't even have like Rogan never has like an actual schedule. He just releases them whenever he fucking feels like it.
Whenever I want it,
Yeah.
And like this could honestly be like 2 episodes in one.
100. Well, I mean,
I like it as just one.
Yeah, me too. Like it's like long form, and people like that shit because then they can like stop it, and they can. It's almost like multiple episodes in one episode, and they can stop it and they just keep listening to them whenever, and it keeps them like coming back instead of like just right listening to like one like an hour.
Yeah, like,
or 30 minutes.
Next, dude? Where else are they going?
Yeah.
Where's their minds at?
Yeah, like what? Because it's not just one topic. We're just talking about a bunch of shit.
Bunch of stuff. Yeah, I feel like it's better with 2 people because then you have that. Like I said, we just basically just a conversation. We just bouncing off of each other.
Hell yeah.
I say we can bring people on, do like interviews and stuff. That would be dope too.
That'd be sick as hell. Like bring like Bobby or like fucking I don't know, prostitutes.
Yeah, exactly. Like what a day in the life of a prostitute.
Yeah.
Like
Tell
some people could be curious.
How's your OnlyFans still?
Yeah, how's your bring someone from OnlyFans. Yeah. They give us free subscription, obviously. Because we got them viewers, I mean, it makes sense.
We can interview my dog.
Yeah, interview Chloe.
Chloe. She's like,
what? Life of a Pup and her new website that just came out.
Oh yeah. By the way, check out luxandfluff.com for all your spa and dog needs. Brand new website, popping off the good U.S. made local products, all local.
All local. Just things
owned by me for you.
Dude, that's who's sponsoring us. Chloe sponsoring us.
Luxandfluff.com. And this
subscribe and beer.
Subscribe, like, share with your friends.
Follow us on Instagram and all that good stuff.
Yeah, dude. We gotta do it like a Twitter. Instagram.
Oh yeah, we can create a Twitter, and we need to create an actual Instagram. We can create a Facebook page.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're still on Tumblr, dude?
Oh, Tumblr all day, dude.
Is that still popping? I mean, we could put it on that.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I have like 1,200 followers. Jesus Christ,
dude, we're on to something.
It's just like fucking and then like some of these podcasts, they put their like animator guys. Like, I was telling you this, right?
Yeah.
And we could get them to like animate like an intro.
Yeah,
probably gonna get like $1,000 or something, or $2,000, or I don't know. Just split the price.
Yeah, split the price. Make us an intro. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Just like a dumb intro.
We could even piece clips together and just throw some music.
Oh yeah, we could even do that. Just throw some music on it. The new Travis Scott song.
Yeah, the new Travis Scott. Yeah.
You eating your fucking
Me eating the burger. Dude, Kendall and Adam rolling back at it.
Yes, dude, that's what we're gonna call it.
We're gonna make some merch and Adam stuff.
Rolling. Pod.
Dude, the pod. Check out the pod, bro.
The Kendall and Adam Roland show.
The Kendall and Adam Roland show, dude. Rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah, dude. It sounds good. Like, it'll look good. Have like some animated, Dude, like, you remember that photo that we took at prom? Like, have that like as the first like slide.
The first slide, yeah. I was thinking that like the old pictures we took, the one in front of Jesse's Audi, his mom's car.
Yeah, just like, get a bunch of like old ass things.
Dude,
and then there's this the podcast called Bad Friends with
Santino and Bobby Lee. Yeah, they're pretty funny.
Yeah, dude. That's like what our shit would be, right?
Basically,
I mean, they're just homies and they just fucking talk.
And just talk, yeah. Like we're like, let's talk about Tenet, but that just opened. It's just conversation,
which we could do, like, right? They're like, oh, it's almost like a segment, right? We start off talking about movies. We could like watch one movie a week.
Yeah, one movie a week. Yeah,
and that's what we start off with, like our synopsis of the movie, and then we could just go into conversation. Because that's like we can literally pull subjects from the movie, like we just did. Like we were literally talking about like deep ass shit because
things we saw in a movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. Well, we can watch. The Devil All the Time on Netflix. That new movie that came out.
Hell yeah.
Go from there, dude.
Let's go.
Let's do it. That's our homework this week, and just watch a movie and then YouTube it right after.
Yeah, to fully understand it.
Yeah, fully understand it.
So I'm gonna add it to my list.
Add it to the list of movies. So it's just you're just recording it on Skype, right?
Yeah.
To record on. Nice.
Yeah. So it says 225 right now.
Yes, I saw 225. Nice, dude. Put some quality content in here.
Yeah, bro, that's some good ass shit. Like a lot of these like comedians, they have people on, dude. They talk for an hour.
An hour,
45 minutes. Like
it's like short.
Yeah.
And sometimes you want more, you want some more laugh.
And then like the time also gives people like, yo, what are they talking about for 2 hours and 25 minutes?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like what else is in this combo? Like get the timestamp guy to come comment on our. Have you seen that guy?
The timestamp guy. I feel like I have.
He's just like this guy that goes in the comments and he like. I know a lot on Rogan's stuff. He just does like topics.
Oh, and they'd be like, you can fast forward to this.
Yeah, so they put like the timestamp and like the topic.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta like seduce him somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, something. Like, hey,
come over here.
Come over here. Shut up. Say, come timestamp this for us. Yeah, we'll just put in the description of the video and just like, if you're ready for a wild ride.
Yeah.
Conspiracy. Come listen to this.
Yeah. You want to learn about Tenet? Check
our pod. Make sure to do a hit of acid and come watch us, dude.
Yeah, because we don't even know what we're saying. So
right, so we're also tripping. Dude, speaking of that, I watched some videos like Machine Gun Kelly, and it was like some celebrity all-star baseball game or something like that, and he just hits a bomb right into right field, and like someone like reposted the video, and he's like. He commented or posted it himself, and he's like, "I was tripping on LSD on this."
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Jeez.
And
he's like fully functioning, playing baseball.
And then he did a home run, dude.
Yeah, did a home run. Yeah, he brought back like 2 or 3 players in, and they all scored.
That shit's so crazy, dude.
That is crazy.
Machine Gun Kelly, bro.
We can also watch I don't know if you've seen it, how they did the virtual script reading of Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's on somewhere, but it's a lot of actors. There's like Shia LaBeouf, Brad Pitt, Sean Penn.
Oh, yeah.
Julia Roberts is on there. It's a bunch of them. You can watch that too.
Yes. I know what you're talking about because I saw them all, but I didn't know what they were fucking doing.
Yeah, they're reading that movie. I saw it on YouTube the other day. I was probably just watching for like because I've been seeing a lot of stuff on it. Because Shia LaBeouf plays Spicoli, which is a character in that movie, and he's like a super high surfer dude. And I think Shia LaBeouf like actually got high for this. Like, dude, he looks just baked out of his mind. It's so funny.
Maybe we could watch that movie too.
You can watch that. That's a good movie, actually. I've seen it. Some old 80s films, dude.
Okay.
I'm down, dude. We could do a throwback.
Oh, we could we could watch some horror. Like Hellraiser.
Dude, especially because it's October coming
up.
Oh, dude.
Oh, shit.
Already, dude. Scary.
Already.
These people are in there talking about some pumpkin spice lattes. We're good, bro.
Yeah, dude. We could watch we could drink some Starbucks, some bucks,
some bucks.
Watch. We could talk about just Hellraiser, the where did Halloween come from, the pagan rituals. We get real deep.
We can get real scary, dude.
Real spooky.
Real spooky, yeah. Yeah, perfect, dude. We already got this ready to go.
Yeah, dude. Let's just get those creative juices.
Yeah, flowing. It's good. It's definitely needed.
Yeah, dude. Because it's so nice to just talk like this. So fucking nice. Just
very nice.
Hell yeah. I mean, definitely know I need to work on I don't know getting cadence, because I feel like when we're talking, right, you're saying something and I want to agree with it, but I feel like then I'm talking over you. You know?
I can see that. I can see that on my end too. Accidentally, I feel like it's just the raw conversation. It's just the rawness of it. It's not to the point where it's it's an ongoing thing where we're wait, it's okay, your turn, my turn, your turn.
Exactly.
My turn. I think we've got it pretty good.
I think so. I mean, there's a few where I was just oh shit, I'm talking over. I'm I'm interrupting. That too, right? Interrupting. Mm-hmm. But I think we got it pretty good. Yeah. The way we talk.
When we talk, and actually have a conversation. Because I feel like that's the thing that happens on podcasts all the time. They're it's just kind of just feeling it out. I don't think there's even really a way you can actually get the cadence. You have to just kind of feel it out. Yeah. It's just natural.
Hell yeah. Fuck. But yeah, man.
Man, this was fun, dude. 2 hours and 30 minutes. We did it, bro.
Let's do it, yeah.
The first cast, bro.
The first cast. Dude, before this, bro, I'm going to take my vitamins before this. The fucking girlfriend, dude, was I was taking my vitamins. Ready? I drank my water, got all my vitamins. I had 20 vitamins, right? I was mm-hmm. And then I did the other switch to get it down the throat. She was it's just did a fart noise. I was I threw up everything, bro. I was crying. My nose, in our bedroom. I went in the bathroom, threw up my fucking fizz. I'm great. Great. Right when I'm supposed to be on camera.
Right, come on.
About to talk. I'm I kept on coughing I was dying. I was I'm so glad he's late.
Right, yeah. Dude, I completely forgot. I was oh shoot, we're 2 different times. It's 2:30 there, and I'm oh shoot, I'm late. Already late. Dude,
I was so happy though.
It worked out.
It worked out so good, right? Is the timeline.
Yeah, the timeline
was supposed to happen.
Exactly, it was supposed to happen that way.
Exactly, because literally back.
Right, back at it.
But yeah, dude. 2:30.
2:30.
Let's go. Fuck yeah. Oh man,
this is fun, dude. Definitely. Yeah, like I said, whenever you're free, we could just be you feel like shooting an episode, and we're let's do it.
Hell yeah, yeah. Why don't we we could say let's say every Sunday.
Yeah, we could say every Sunday for now.
But then we also, you said, throughout the week, if we have time or something, we could just do a pod, and you said, we'll have an extra one.
Yeah, we'll have that content to.
Yeah, we'll have the content to put in the hard drive.
It's Gary Vee said. Gary Vee, right? Super. He's a entrepreneur kind of. I don't know. Super big on social media and stuff, but he's where it's at is just content. Just keep putting out that content, because we can have that one episode where people are these guys are hilarious, or they're cool. I like their podcast. Listen to them.
Yeah, it takes all these podcasts, dude. We've been doing it for a year. We just got noticed. It takes, you know what I'm saying? It takes a while for a lot of people to just even get 100 views.
Right, for it to start picking up. Yeah.
Dude, I have videos on my on my fucking YouTube, dude. They're just dumbass videos of me being stupid. I only have 25 views, and they've been on YouTube for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? 25 views.
Right.
At 8 to 10 years. These clips, bro.
Right.
What?
That's what we got to do too. Is like take clips. Like we can even watch the videos and maybe like our funny moments, and then we'll clip them. We'll post them on Instagram or something.
Yeah.
Get people interested. You know, they're like, all right, that was a funny scene. I want to see what else they're talking about. I want to see more.
Yeah. I want to see more. And try to get maybe on these other podcasts, because that's how you start making it. Like all these like comedians. I mean, you know.
Right.
Like I didn't know anything about Andrew Santino till he was on Rogan.
Oh, on Rogan. I think he came on an episode of. I listened to Theo Vaughn's this past weekend.
Oh hell yeah, yeah! I listened to Theo Vaughn's shit.
And then he was on that show Dave, Little Dicky's show on Hulu. And then I saw it. I was like, this guy's funny.
Dude, I love Santino, dude. I really want to see his stand up.
Right.
But he's on the. They're doing weekday. They're doing like drive-ins.
Oh,
and they're on the weekdays, so I can't do it. But I'm seeing Trevor Wallace.
Oh, you are? He's with Theo Vaughn, isn't he?
I don't know.
I think so. I think I saw him post something. But Trevor Wallace is hilarious.
Yeah, like
his videos
I love
crack
his
me up.
Yeah.
Him and the Churdleys or whatever.
Yeah, like I was supposed to see Tim Dillon. Do you know Tim Dillon?
Tim Dillon. Sounds familiar.
But dude,
I'll have to look him up.
Hilarious. He's fucking literally like one of the funniest comics right now. But I was supposed to see him, but COVID hit, right? So they're like, sorry, none of that. And I was like, yo, can I just switch my tickets for Trevor? They said, yes, sir.
Oh, that's what's up.
So I'm going there.
Dude, yeah, COVID messed up a lot of things. Supposed to go to Coachella.
Oh, fuck yeah.
EDC.
Fucking Riot Fest. Like, everywhere, bro.
Everywhere.
I'm supposed to travel, dude. Like, literally, when they said lockdown, I was like, yo, I gotta get out of this country.
So you're not locking me down.
Yeah, bro. You can not lock down Adam, right?
Right. Can't lock me down.
Can't lock me down, homie. Homie number 7.
Yeah, homie number 7. The homies.
The homies.
So you know the homie.
Very descriptive.
Yeah, very descriptive. But I feel like those homies will know when they watch it. It's like, oh, he's talking about me.
Yeah. Keeping it broad.
Keeping it broad. Real broad to the point, you know?
Yeah.
Shit, dude. All right, man. I think I'm about to get something to eat.
Oh, dude.
I'm pretty starved. I'm ready to go, dude.
I'm ready to fucking go, bro.
But yeah, we could plan Sunday for sure. And like I said, in the week, if you're like, dude, I got a free day, I'm pretty much free. Hop on and we just start recording.
Down. Hey, do you know how to like edit and shit?
I might have someone who knows how to. Okay. If not, I'll look up like a YouTube video or something. Look up something real quick how to edit.
I can ask my girlfriend.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and then before we go, so like I was thinking about doing like another angle with a camera.
I'm down. Play
so like
angles.
Yeah, so like we could have like an angle where it's like I don't know, like so it's like real life.
Yeah, real life.
I don't know because I've never seen that. Mm-hmm. I've only ever watched like when they do a stream like this, they only record this, right? So that actually might be like a cool thing, right?
Yeah,
so
something
like,
different.
Yeah, so when I talk, it like records me talking, and then on your same with your end, and we could just cut it like that, right?
Like that, yeah, and just cut like that because I see that on podcasts too. It'll like cut different angles, and then also too, I don't know how to do like just an audio file, like. Yeah, just like this instead of like the video with it, like just the audio, I guess. Because I'm sure. Because then we can put it on like if people iTunes. They can't watch the video, yeah, they just go on iTunes or
Spotify.
Something.
Get a Spotify deal.
Yeah, get a Spotify deal, dude. Get the streams going.
We'll take 1 million.
Yeah, 1 million, please. Each.
yeah, actually each.
Yeah, actually each 1 million.
Dude, wait, before we go, did you hear about that? What is that guy that he was on Spotify? He's like the rapper. He used to be a rapper. Joe. What is his name, dude? He like had a Spotify deal. Joe Budden.
Oh, Joe Budden. Yeah, Joe Budden. Jeez,
Joe Budden.
Joe Budden.
Joe Budden.
Joe Budden.
Yeah. So I guess Joe Budden had like a Spotify deal, and he backed out because he asked for like 250 million.
Like, who are you, dude?
Yeah, like what do you bring it? Like he gets a lot. He has a lot of subscribers and shit.
Right.
But like, there's people that have way more.
Yeah, way more.
Like I've never even heard of you, bro.
Joe exactly. Budden. Joe Budden. So I'm glad you value yourself so high, but also no.
No, sir.
Yeah, no.
Dude, he also said this crazy shit. He's like, yeah, when my dog, he's like feeling lonely and shit, I jack him off. What? And he like was talking to his homies, and they're like, yeah. You guys don't do that? I'm trying to keep him happy. What?
I just play with my dog.
just jack him off, keep him happy.
I keep him real happy. Like you just show him love. I don't pet your dog.
Just pet him and kiss him on the head, bro.
Yeah, because it works just the same.
he's over there. Like, what are you even like? What?
This doesn't even work, dude.
What are you doing?
Yeah, Spotify was like, well, that's the easiest thing we can do is not give you that deal.
Just because of that clip.
Yeah,
by the way, this is Patreon. This is the Patreon episode right here. 15-minute clips.
Oh, dude, we set up a Patreon, dude. Get the money rolling in.
Yeah, do that Patreon, right?
Get that
dude,
Patreon.
Let's do it. I'm excited, bro.
I'm excited, dude. It's a good thing coming, man. Got it.
You just do it, right?
Just got to do it. That's all you got to do is just do it. With anything in life, kids, just do it. Just do it.
Make people think we're valuable.
Right.
And that we have interesting opinions. Because that's what all that shit is, right? Entertainment is just being interesting.
Just being interesting, yeah. People can be like, these guys are crazy, but it's interesting. We're breaking the mold. That's it.
Yeah, we're breaking the mold.
Breaking through dimensions, dude. All right,
good
man.
Podcast. Love you, bro.
Love you too, bro. Good chatting with you. I'll talk to some people, see who can edit, and we'll go from there, man.
Yeah, I'll talk to some people too. All right.
All right. Later, bro. See you, dude.
See you.